Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I'm really interested in talking to Laura, who's on the phone for a second date update right now, because the email that she sent in said, "Hey, Jubal, if you do the second date update, I've got a teaser for you. This guy used a pickup line on me that I guarantee you've never heard before."
Wow.
Ooh, interesting.
Ooh, I want to hear it too. God, she's
yeah,
good
me
at this.
too. Hey, Laura, what's up?
Hey, guys.
God.
Hey, what was the pickup line? I feel like I've heard and used every single pickup line in the book, so you got your work cut out for you.
I swear you have not heard this one before. I promise.
And it obviously worked because you went out with a guy.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was kind of weird, but ultimately, I guess it worked.
What was it?
Okay, I'm dying to know. What was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the line was, "You kind of look like my stepsister,
Whoa.
and I've always had a thing for her."
Ew,
What?
What?
That is gross, man. Why weren't you
Okay.
running the other way? What is? Now I'm questioning what's wrong with you.
Yeah. Why did that work on you?
I guess because it just totally took me by surprise. I mean,
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Are you sure it's not
Normally-
because you've always had a thing for your stepbrother and this was just some fantasy that you both were going to live out?
I don't know. Maybe I've read one too many romance novels or
Yeah.
something.
Let's hear the scenario then. Like, maybe situationally it might have worked. How did he deliver this line to you? Where'd you meet him?
I was out with a bunch of my girlfriends out at a bar,
Uh-huh.
and this group of guys walks up and just kind of starts sitting down at our table and mingling. Like everybody's just talking.
Tell me you're like super wasted and that's why it worked on you.
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't that wasted at the time.
Okay.
Really?
So it sparked
And-
conversation. How long did you guys hang out?
Quite a while. I mean, we were talking for probably an hour or so. And, you know, even at one point I got up, I went to the bar to get a fresh drink, and I come back to the table, and some other girl has slid into my place and is chatting him up.
Oh, wow. Did you kick her out? You're like, hey, you don't look like his stepsister. Get out of here. Or half-sister or whatever it was.
Yeah, I mean, I had to get rid of her. So I told her that the bartender was just complaining that something was wrong with her credit card, and he needed to talk to her about it.
Oh, that is
It's a good move.
genius and also super shady.
I don't know. I mean, I just wanted my guy back. I mean, he was mine.
Okay.
All right.
So was this the date that you want to call him back about, or did you guys actually go out?
There's more. So I'm like, you know, you're welcome. I saved you from that UGA.
No, you did not call her that.
I did. I'm sorry. I did. I'll admit it.
What did he
Okay.
say?
He was like, well, why are we sitting around wasting time here? If you want another drink, why don't we have one back at my place?
Oh, man.
Oh,
Sweet. And
We
does he
know.
live with his family, so you got to meet the person you look like?
No, thank God.
All right. So did you go back to his place, though?
Yeah, I was kind of up for it, you know.
Cool.
I ended up spending the night. You know, we had fun.
You can always tell
Nice.
when someone ends up staying the night because their voice gets even higher.
You know,
We
Yeah.
talked about it. I mean, we just did it, and it was really fun.
Yeah, we just had a good time.
See?
Yeah, see, the voice is still high. All right.
Nice.
So it sounds like you had fun. How was the next morning?
So the next morning was also kind of funny, but kind of strange.
Oh.
Beautiful Day by YouTube just starts blaring at like 7 a.m. So he's got some preset alarm, I guess, on his iPhone or something.
Whoa.
And, I mean, it wakes me right up. He's still snoring next to me. Like, he doesn't even hear it.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, if it's your alarm, you usually sleep through it if you hear it the same thing every morning.
So his alarm goes off again. Same exact thing. Beautiful day. It's blasting in my ear. I mean, volume's up at like 10.
Okay.
I thought this guy was questionable comparing you to one of his family members, but having Beautiful Day by U2 play every morning on your alarm, why do you want to go out with this psycho again?
Come on.
Maybe he's really sensitive. I mean,
So what happened? I mean, he just rolled over and hit snooze again, or?
so he's not hitting the button, and I just can't take it anymore. So I kind of like start reaching over him, hit it off, and as soon as I do, he like slapped my hand away.
What? Slapped it?
Yeah, but it's just extra weird because otherwise he's lying there like a zombie. Like he's completely motionless. And he just like randomly slaps my hand away. It's almost like he maybe didn't know what he was doing.
Weird.
Did he
Weird.
wake up
Okay.
at that point after the hand slap?
No, he didn't. He just kept lying there.
Did he ever wake up?
Did he ever?
I mean, he kind of rustled around in the bed a little bit, but he was pretty hungover. So I can kind of understand why he wasn't too energetic in the morning.
Yeah.
But he didn't exactly say goodbye.
Oh my God. So you just got up, got dressed, and then left.
Yeah, I mean, I had to go. So, yeah, I just kind of had to, like, leave.
Do you think he was faking sleeping so that he didn't have to talk to you in the morning?
God, I hope not. I hadn't even thought of that.
Well, now you have a whole new thing to think about.
Yeah,
Why do you think he's not calling you back?
I don't know. I had a really great time. And I don't want it to be just, a random hookup. I'd like to see him again.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date update, if he wakes up, that is. Okay? All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Laura,
Yes.
is this giving you flashbacks of your date?
Starting me off right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Feeling
I guess.
positive.
If you're just tuning in for the second date update, Laura is on the phone. And Why a Beautiful Day by, who is that again?
You too, Jubal.
You too, yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of
Why
a big
I should
deal.
know that.
Oh
I
my
work
God.
in radio. People assume I know
Yeah.
music, but I don't. I was going to say Coldplay, and I knew that was wrong. A Beautiful Day by U2. Why do we start the segment with that? Because Laura met a dude at a bar. They went back to his place. They ended up, how'd you say it, Laura? Having fun, but you said it with a really high voice.
We were having fun.
Yeah. So they had a bunch of fun, and then she was woken up in the morning by that song right there on his phone as an alarm, I guess, and it kept going off. She tried to turn off the alarm, and at one point, he seemed to be still asleep, but he woke up, knocked her hand away from the phone, and then went back to sleep. And she hasn't heard a word from him since.
Laura, are you sure you want to call this guy? I just think like one night stands, one night hookups that don't call you back and don't wake up in the morning to say goodbye are usually probably not very promising.
I hear what you're saying, Brooke, but we had a great time. I mean, we really connected. I just think that he was maybe really hungover and doesn't really know what he did. And so I'd like to, get to the bottom of this.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now. Hopefully his ringtone is a beautiful day, too. He's just like a weird U2 fan. Every single song of his. You ready, Laura?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I'm going to dial his phone number right now. Oh, by the way, what's his name? I didn't get his name.
Matthew.
Matthew. I guess that's important. Okay, now I'm going to dial the phone number and call him. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Matthew?
Is this Matthew?
Hey, Matthew. How are you, man? Sounds like I just woke you up. I'm sorry, but this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you, did I wake you up?
Yeah. Hang on a second. Hang on. Yeah, just hang
Matthew?
on a second.
Okay.
Yeah, what's
We're
up?
on hold. Yeah, you all right? Everything good? Can
Yeah,
talk
I was
to you
just
for a
getting a swig of Red Bull. I was sitting by my bed, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Oh, gross,
Perfect.
man.
Glad to see you're waking up. Okay.
What is this?
My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. And recently, you spent the night with a girl named Laura.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right. Uh-huh. Yeah, what about it?
So Laura is kind of wondering why you're not calling her back after you guys hooked up, because she would like to see you again. She told us about how you guys met, and then she told us how she woke up in the morning, and I guess the alarm was going off on your phone, and you hit her hand away from your phone and went back to sleep. I don't know if you know that or not.
Wow, she told you that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Can I just ask you, because this is what I think. I think that you were faking sleeping so you didn't have to talk to her in the morning.
No, not totally.
Not totally. So you were kind of faking sleeping so you didn't have to talk to her?
No, I wasn't really faking. I don't really fake stuff, you know?
Okay.
That's
Okay,
not really
good.
my thing.
So you were asleep.
No, I wasn't. Asleep totally. No.
So, can you explain to us at least what that means?
So I have this my alarm. I wake up and it's A Beautiful Day by U2. Do you know that song?
Yeah, she actually told us that. She said that she was sound asleep and then your alarm started going off and it was Beautiful Day by U2 and she kept trying to turn it off.
Yeah, that's like my Get Up and Bro song,
Get up and bro?
know?
Is that what you just said?
Yeah, man, it's like it's a beautiful day, and it's just a great song. It just gets me going,
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
that's the song that you like to listen to every morning on your alarm.
It's like my thing. It's like my thing that I have.
So
And
what's the problem? I don't understand
yeah.
what the problem is.
The problem is she reached over and turned it off.
Why is that a problem?
Done?
It
Are we done here?
Wait.
No, not yet.
Why is that a problem?
Because it's not just an alarm. I listen to that song in the morning. I listen to it all the way through. I sit in bed and I listen to it, and it gets me going. It's my Get Up and Bro song.
Okay.
Oh,
Bro.
dude. Hey, I feel you, bro. But
Wait.
why can't you just like let her turn it off because you're trying to sleep and then maybe wake up with her and then turn it on yourself after she leaves?
Because that's not how my routine goes.
Yeah, but when you invite someone over to your house and they stay the night, they're going to screw up your routine in the morning. Unless part of your routine is just waking up with a different girl every morning. I don't know. Maybe that's part of it.
We don't have to talk about that. But look. I wouldn't get up and turn off her Spice Girls song.
Why
or
would she be
whatever.
listening to Spice Girls in the morning?
Whatever, man. Look, I was off all day, and it was her fault. I felt weird. It messed with my head all day. You know what I mean? Like, it's just straight up disrespectful. You know what I mean?
Not really.
Kind of.
Why wouldn't
I
you
mean-
tell her?
Because I was hungover.
Okay.
And it's also like, I didn't say anything because that's part of my routine, is I sit there and I listen to the song, and she interrupted it. And it messed up my whole days.
But she didn't know that was your boundary.
It's my phone. I don't mess with anybody's phone. Do you go and touch people's phones?
If it's blaring U2 in my ear for 10 minutes while I'm waking up, yes, I would touch your phone.
Then get out and leave if it's bothering you that much.
Oh my
Yeah, all
God.
right. Okay. Well, hey, man, you definitely know what you like, and you don't like somebody turning off your favorite song in the morning.
Yeah, you got it out of me.
Yeah. Thank you for telling us now. I appreciate that. Now I have to tell you something, and this might screw up your routine a little bit because Laura is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Hi, Matthew.
Are you serious? Oh my God. Man, you f***ing radio people.
I just want to know, are you serious? Because I'm just totally confused right now.
What? Did you just hear all that?
You're saying that because you didn't get to listen to U2, I ruined your entire frickin' day.
Listen, Laura, it's a routine. I listen to Beautiful Day by U2 once or twice, all the way through, no talking. Then I get up, I brush my teeth, I have my protein shake, I do some crunches, and then I'm ready to go.
Okay, that's awfully specific.
Yeah, it's a routine. Don't you have a routine, Laura? Don't you do something in the morning? Don't you do yoga or something, or listen to Rihanna or Spice Girls or something?
Oh, my God. Well, the first thing I do is turn off the alarm.
It turns off by itself when the song is over. And you know what? It's not just an alarm. That's what you don't get. It's a wake-up.
My wake up went off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is stupid. You had a girl in your bed next to you, all right? You can adjust your routine a little for somebody else.
You're in someone else's house. You need to respect the traditions of that said house.
What if she doesn't know your traditions yet, Matthew?
You didn't tell me anything. How am I supposed to know that that's your routine, okay? I had zero heads up on this one.
It just seems like, Matthew, you're not a very flexible person.
Not on that. I'm not. Not on my Get Up and Bro song.
I got
I mean, Laura,
Uh-uh.
isn't that kind of a turnoff?
I'm sorry. I've never met somebody, let alone a guy, who's been this particular about a morning routine.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I tried to be flexible. I tried to listen to it again later, and it's like it's gone. It's ruined.
It's not the same, is it? Yeah, you can't listen to your Get Up and Bro song in the afternoon.
What's your name?
Jubal.
Jubal. You know what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense to me, man. Like, that's a morning song when you're ready to get up and bro. If you listen to the afternoon, it just, the whole day just feels weird, right?
I'm gonna let this guy talk for me.
Yeah.
Matthew,
I feel you.
Did you or did you not have a connection with Laura before the whole YouTube blunder?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
And you want to waste all of that. Like, why wouldn't you just be open to giving someone another shot now that they know what your issues are?
I mean, if I had known that, I would have let you listen to the whole goddamn YouTube album.
Nah, it's not a great album. I just like that song.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm glad we got that all figured out. Hey, Matthew, I do have to ask you this, though. Would you like to bro out with Laura on another date? We'll pay for it.
Matthew, I'm sorry if I ruined your day. I just think this entire thing was a misunderstanding.
Well, let me just say I'm sorry, too. I'm sorry you don't have respect for people's personal things.
Oh, man, you are just...
Oh, my God.
So that's a no, Matthew?
What do you guys think?
Yeah,
no.
we got it, Matthew. It's a no. That is strange to me.
That's brutal.
Yeah, wow.
How is it strange? Everybody's got their things. It's about respect, y'all.
Hey, Laura, I'm sorry you did not get a second date.
Well, maybe I'm okay with that after hearing all this.
I think you dodged a bullet. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of a weird situation.
I agree. I did dodge a bullet.
Well, at least somebody dodged a bullet. Thanks a lot, guys.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Before we start this, what's the minimum age you have to be in order to do a second date with us?
Did we ever establish that?
I think it needs to be 18 plus.
Is it 18?
Yeah.
16? I don't know.
16?
High school?
If
5?
there's what?
Getting a lot of requests from 5-year-olds to do second dates with them. They play house and then things go wrong. I don't know. The only reason that I ask
She didn't call me back because she doesn't know how to use a phone yet.
Yeah.
The reason I ask is because I'm not sure how old the person on the phone is, but from their date, it sounds like they're probably a sophomore in high school.
Uh-oh.
What?
Young love.
So let's just meet him. Matt, are you skipping homeroom to do this phone call?
Yeah, not only am I skipping homeroom, but I'm also skipping first period to be here with you guys.
Ooh.
Oh.
He may be a senior.
Are we joking or not? Like, I don't. Are you in high school, Matt?
No, I'm just joking with you guys. I'm a fully functioning adult.
All right.
Well,
Good.
we'll
feel
see
like
how
that's
fully
questionable
functioning
still.
in just a second. But so why don't you tell us a little bit about your date? What's the name of the girl that you want to call today?
Kayla.
Kayla? She's not in high school, right?
No.
Oh, my God.
Matt, that was not cute, Matt.
We were about to have to cancel this call.
No, he's funny. I like it.
So tell us about Kayla.
Kayla, she's cool. We met on Tinder, and she's also a fully functioning adult, you guys, so don't worry.
Okay.
good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So we went out. I met her on Tinder. Her name's Kayla.
Yeah, we got that
Okay.
part.
Yeah. Fully functioning adult thing is not paying off here.
Hey, you forget things when you're old,
Yeah.
like whether or not you just told us her name.
Partial functioning.
So what did you and Kayla do for your date?
I took her on a game date.
What does that mean?
It does sound like high school.
Happening.
Tell me. What...
No. Okay, so I know this sounds like a kid's thing or whatever, but trust me, you guys are going to like this. It's actually a really cool idea.
Okay.
I took her to a high school basketball game at my old high school.
What?
Matt.
For real?
Yeah.
Well, Matt, why would you do that?
Why would she want to do that?
I played, and when I was in high school, I was really good. I was all state. And
God, no, not this guy.
Imagine me 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I was way better than all these kids.
You're like, and the only reason I didn't play college was because of, what's your excuse, Matt? There's an excuse. You got one.
Is it MCL or ACL?
I tore my Achilles.
Oh, that's the third one.
Oh my God, this is miserable. Was she into this idea?
Well, she was a high school cheerleader, so I figured she would be game, and she seemed cool. She was down. She came.
Was she just as obnoxious? Like, well, I was captain of the cheer squad. You guys are perfect for each other.
She was the cheerleader, yeah, but I don't think she wanted to be professional about it.
Okay.
Good.
So you both peaked in high school, and you're just trying to relive your glory days.
So how'd it go?
Well, I thought it went awesome. Like, she showed up, she was super confident, and she had, like, really big hair, and I thought that was cool that she, like, just had never changed her hairstyle from high school. Like, that was cool.
That big hair was, like, always in, right?
Or that was just her, like, how do you know? What?
All right, well,
It was, like, crimped.
other than her hairstyle, how was she?
She was great. She was really funny and confident, and she was down, and we had a good time.
Good.
And then I was like, well, let's really go all out, like, let's really do, like, a throwback. So, like, let's have dinner here. Like, let's go to the snack bar.
At the high school, you just had it in, like, the commons area or something?
Grab some red vines and popcorn, girl.
Yeah.
No. You can, like, get the snacks at the snack bar and take it back to your seat and then watch the game.
I understand that.
I like Matt's strategy here. Like, set the bar really, really low for date number one. There's nowhere to go but up.
Yeah.
So how did this all pan out for you, Matt? Was the date fun?
She might have thought I was a little cheap because of the whole situation, even though I was, like, trying to connect with her,
Yeah.
But, like, it took me a while to, like, pay for the food at the snack bar because it's, like, 50 cents off a hot dog for each hot dog if you have your alumni card. And I knew I had it in my wallet, but I had to sort of look for it, and it took me a couple minutes.
Dude, you don't bust out the alumni card. You go, no, don't worry, I got this. Full price.
Yeah, I'll pay that extra $1.
Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you. So I saved some money.
No, he doesn't. Never mind.
You know what, though? I think it's respectable to be economically responsible.
Thank you.
I just did the hot dogs, though, at the game. Like, it may have been cute for, like, the first half of a basketball game, but to sit the entire time and that's all you guys did?
No, it wasn't just hot dogs. I got popcorn and then I even splurged on M&M's.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Yeah, Brooke.
Yeah, well,
he went all out.
Listen, he got his allowance this week, okay? So
Yeah.
he can afford this
Are
type
you
of
sure
luxury.
you didn't get paid by the NBA, bro? Because ballin'.
When did it start going south? Because it sounds like maybe she changed her mind about how cool this was.
Okay, well, here's what I think happened. The game was awesome, and we actually ended up winning the game on, like, pretty much a last-second shot. And everybody was, like, cheering and stuff. And we were jumping up and down, and I kind of had, like, my hand around her, like, like hugging one arm kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we, like, made really, really intense eye contact.
Okay.
And I hesitated. And then by the time that I had realized that I should be kissing her, it was, like, too late. Like, I feel like I lost the moment.
Oh, no.
And so I don't know if she's, like, friend-zoning me or whatever, but I think that that's what happened.
Yeah.
You mac on girls like you're still in high school the same exact way.
And like, come on, when has a woman never called someone back because he didn't kiss her at the right time? Like, if they want to kiss, they're going to call you back. They're going to go out with you again.
Well, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to try to make up for it. And so I was like, do you want to go get, like, a drink after this or whatever? And she was like, oh, no, like, I have to be up really early for work tomorrow. And so I haven't heard from her or anything. And I honestly, I think it was that moment is where I messed up.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I am really curious to hear what she actually has to say.
Yeah.
Well, at least someone is. But so we'll play a song for you, Matt, and then we'll come back and we'll call Kayla for you and get your second date, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, hold on. You're just tuning in for today's second date. We're talking to a former superstar athlete right now.
Yeah, we are.
At point guard, standing at a towering 5'6" he's a two-time junior varsity all-state selection who would have definitely played hoops in college if he hadn't torn his Achilles while saving a litter of puppies from a mudslide that was also on fire. Give it up for your second date all-star, Matt.
Oh, Matt.
Matt, I'm your number one fan.
God.
Is it really him?
I'm 5'9".
5'9", yeah.
Yep.
Cute, Matt.
Yeah, with those LeBrons on. We've got Matt on the phone, and he took his date Kayla to watch a basketball game at his old high school where he used to be known as the White LeBron.
Wait, we don't even know if he's white.
Listen
I'm just
to him.
guessing.
That is definitely white.
But he even bought her dinner at the concession stand there. He's worried he may have missed out on the perfect moment for a first kiss and thinks maybe that's why he's not getting a call back.
Yeah, I think I really blew it.
You know, I forgot to ask you, did you spend the entire night talking about your glory days of your high school basketball career?
Nope, I think probably just a quarter or two.
Half the game.
That's nothing.
That honestly sounds like the most miserable date of my life. Like listening to some dude's old high school sports stories. It sounds like my personal hell.
Yeah, you probably think that because it doesn't really sound like you were hot enough to be a cheerleader.
Oh!
She was a third string volleyball teamer.
Listen,
so
that was 8th grade, okay?
Yeah, okay.
You're bullying me as if we're in high school all over again. Let's just call this girl and we'll hear her own disappointment and how lame your date was.
You're bullying me.
All right, Matt, let's give her a call for you. Remember, this is like the last possession of the fourth quarter.
Oh, my God.
Crunch time, Maddie. You get the ball, you take it to the hole. It's do or die.
Yes, sir.
Win or cry.
What?
Second date or mass. You know what? Let's just get to this. Let's get right to the call.
I'll take the latter.
Are you ready to do this, Maddie?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right. We're going to dial a phone number right now for you.
God.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Kayla, please?
This is she.
Hi, Kayla. This is young Jeffrey. I work on the radio.
I'm sorry, what?
This is young Jeffrey. I work for a radio show.
Am I being pranked?
No.
Nope.
Not a prank. Hi, Kayla.
Okay, hi. Hi. Good morning.
Hi.
That's Brooke.
Yeah.
Hi, Brooke. Oh, my God. Hi.
So do you listen every once in a while?
No, I don't listen at all.
Oh, she's
well,
so nice.
yeah, you sound really excited.
Well, I mean, I am on the radio.
Okay.
Okay, so
Welcome.
your 15 seconds of fame are here, Kayla. Congratulations. Are you curious why?
Yes, of course. Did I win something?
No, we're actually doing something called a second date. That's where if you're getting ditched after going on a date with someone, we'll call them and try and figure out the reason why. So you recently went out with a guy named Matt.
Ooh, and that's where all the excitement left. Did you guys hear that?
You can hear it.
Yep.
What did you think about your date with Matt?
That's what it was? A date?
Oh my God,
Oh.
seriously, I told you guys. He told us about how he took you to his old high school to see a basketball game, and it sounds terrible.
Whoa.
I'm
Brooke,
just saying.
that's a little bit strong here, okay?
That sounded awesome.
The idea of the date to me sounded fun, but it's just the circumstances were deplorable.
Deplorable.
Ooh, I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, it's a big word there, Caleb.
It's not a good word.
Yeah.
What was deplorable? Like, why didn't you like it?
First of all, he seems to be trying to relive some sort of glory days. And, I mean, as a girl, I'm going along with it because, you know, men and their sports, you got to pretend to like it.
Hey,
Right.
I'm offended by that.
No, but seriously, dude. Like, if you didn't play college anything, don't talk about it.
Right, right. So, you know, I let him have his, you know, little moment or whatever, but I didn't realize that his team was actually my opposing high school team.
Oh, shut up. You went to the rival high school of his high school?
Exactly.
What a small world.
What's wrong with that?
Are you kidding me?
Oh, you can't date a Spartan because you're a knight? Is that how it goes down?
Are the Tigers against the Lions?
Yeah.
He's a Tiger and I'm a Spartan. And let's just say if anyone knew that I was even there, I'd be hung out to dry.
Oh my God, wait.
You're
like,
joking.
Hold on.
She's worse than he is.
You're joking. You honestly won't date him because he went to the opposing high school?
I would never.
Oh.
What is
she's
this, like the plot of
serious.
High School Musical? What is happening
I
here?
don't know.
For real, you won't go out with a guy because of where he went to high school?
Look, it's a big deal, okay? Where I'm from, Spartans and Tigers, we don't mix. And then I had to fake cheer for his team. It was horrible.
Wow.
I
Wow.
mean, I guess I can kind of see where she's coming from about how, like, you don't want to get in bed with your enemies.
But okay,
Yeah.
wait. Did you tell him? Did you say, hey, listen, I can't cheer for your team because I'm whatever you are?
I mean, I didn't want to say it just during the game and spoil everything. I just wanted to have to do this one thing and never have to see this filthy tiger again.
Oh, you filthy tigers.
Wow.
Oh my God. And you were a cheerleader, we heard too. So, like, double burn on your school or something.
Double. Oh my God.
So don't you feel like you owe it to tell him the truth?
Did you not hear me? Absolutely not. I don't owe him. He's a tiger.
Dang.
Well, not to add any more bitterness to this rivalry, but turns out the tiger has been secretly listening on the other line during this whole conversation.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, what? No.
Yeah, Matt's been on the phone listening this whole time. Matt?
You're a Spartan?
Oh, my God. It really
There is so
this
much
bad.
disdain in your voice right now, Matt. Are you being for real?
Yeah, I had no idea. I can't believe I bought a Spartan a hot dog.
Oh.
Yeah, and I used my Tiger discount, too.
Oh my God. And it was so pathetic. Like, you could barely even pay for it.
Oh.
I guess that's what happens when you graduate Tiger. You don't have much money.
Oh, dang.
Oh, my God.
This is heated.
What is even
All right, yeah.
I don't know, but I'm into it.
If I would have known, I wouldn't have even asked her out. I wouldn't have even done it.
No way. You said she was so hot, bro.
Yeah, I don't care. Not hot enough to be a Spartan.
First, a Spartan could never even get a tiger. And you tried. You all tried.
But you both agreed to date before you knew what school you went to.
Yeah, well, women went out with Ted Bundy before they found out that he killed people.
Wait,
You
so
know what? Good point. Good point,
You
Matt.
went to a good school.
your analogy is that she went to the school, so that makes what? Like a serial killer?
I
Yep.
get it.
Serial killers are passed down through the grades.
Yes.
You know what, Matt? I guess now I am glad that you're on the phone with me so I can tell you just what I did.
Oh, what'd you do? Graduate with a 2.0?
Hey, that's pretty good.
When I told you I was going to the bathroom, I really did. But I wrote, tigers suck all over the mirrors with lipstick.
Oh, come on.
damn.
That is so
Not permanent graffiti. That's what she did. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Also, you saw me chewing gum a couple times. Every single time I was finished, I put the gum under a seat.
Oh,
No,
my
she
God.
didn't.
Dude,
Come
put her
on.
in detention.
You gotta go silly string their mascot statue out in front of their school, Matt. You gotta get even.
I'm calling the principal. I have his number. I'm going to call the principal. I'm going to tell him.
What? I feel like you're being serious, Matt.
I am. I'm going to tell him a fartin was vandalizing school property.
Did he say fartin'?
Yeah, she's a fartin.
All right. Well,
Oh my God, I can't do this
yeah.
anymore. This is so
has
stupid.
really devolved.
crazy.
Can we bring it back to the date?
I don't want to talk about the date anymore. This is never going to happen.
Yeah, just like the Spartans will never beat the Tigers because we beat you guys for 7 straight years.
Ooh, 7-year run.
You keep track of the current record still?
Yes.
Matt, be honest. You guys are not tigers. You're more like little kitty cats.
No, we're Tigers.
This is kind of turning me on
No,
now.
stop, everyone.
Little cat.
Real Tiger.
Did you just roar? Did you just roar, Matt?
I did.
Oh, no.
That is the mating call of a full-grown tiger, and with that mating call, I feel like it's the right time to ask Kayla. Kayla, would you like to go on a second date with Matt the tiger? We will pay for that date.
Before you answer, Kayla, I actually think you should say yes because there is no one you will ever meet in your life that is as passionate about their high school as Matt, okay?
I'd rather eat my high school pom-poms.
Oh, I think that's a no.
I'm pretty sure that's bad.
It's
Okay.
a pretty sexy image, though, if you ask me.
You know what? I hope she chokes on that pom-pom.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like somebody's house is going to get toilet papered after this. I don't know.
Totally.
That's not a bad idea. If I wasn't in between cars, I would.
All right, Matt. Well, I'm sorry you didn't get a second date through this.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you are.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
People often say that romance is dead. Well, not today.
Oh, good.
Not when you hear today's second date update. Rachel is on the phone, and today she wants to call a guy named Josh, and they actually met in the most romantic way I've ever heard of anybody meeting each other.
You better not be being sarcastic because I do
Not-
not want to be disappointed today, Jubal Flag.
Not one bit.
Okay.
Normally I joke about this kind of stuff, but this story actually really tugged at my heartstrings.
Wait, you
And
have
I thought
those?
it was a beautiful way to make a first connection. Rachel, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are y'all?
Not too bad.
I can't wait to hear your
I'm really
story.
excited for you to share your story with everybody. Tell us how you met the guy that you want to call today.
So I met Josh.
Actually, wait, hold on, Rachel. Let me give you some music to set the mood first. Rachel,
Oh, yeah, I like that better.
why don't you tell everybody how you met the guy that you want to call today?
So his name is Josh, and we met at a moment when we were both really just raw and vulnerable.
Whoa.
We were puking off the same balcony.
Shut up! I knew you were
What?
toying with me, Jubal. I
What
knew
a
it the whole time.
Wonderful
Damn it.
story of how love can overcome all things.
And I just want to say I'm not proud of this. This is not a story that I really am proud to share.
So
but,
you're not going to retell it at the wedding if it gets to that point.
maybe not. Maybe this will be a secret.
Okay.
So how'd you guys meet? Did your streams cross or...
Oh, God.
He asked for a napkin. Maybe he needed to hold your hair back at the same
No,
time.
no. Okay, listen. I'm normally a lightweight, and I really wouldn't get this drunk at a party, but it was my roommate's birthday, so, like, what are you going to do? And I felt like I was, like, feeling really queasy, you know, like it wasn't about to happen, but I really felt in my heart that it was going to happen soon.
See, you felt it in your heart. That love was about to come from your stomach and out of your mouth.
Would you?
Exactly.
You like rushed over to a man to meet him real quick before you started vomiting?
No, come on. I went to the bathroom. I tried to get in the bathroom, but somebody was in there.
Uh-huh.
So it was just like the only thing that I could think to do was to run outside. And I leaned over this balcony and I like just puked my guts out. And like, I'm so embarrassed. And then I looked up and there was this guy right next to me doing exactly the same thing.
Oh my gosh.
And we locked eyes. And it was so romantic.
Shut up.
No, it was pretty gross.
Did you like immediately strike up a conversation like, hey, what are you doing out here too?
It was kind of sweet. We like started laughing at each other.
Yeah.
And it was just sort of this moment of like, well, here we are.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen each other at probably your worst already.
Oh my God.
It's all uphill from that point, I would think.
Exactly.
You're just praying that one of you has some gum on them?
I mean, we didn't kiss that night.
Okay.
Needless to say.
Did he ask for your number or something at that point?
So the thing is, like, it was like kind of a funny situation. We started laughing at each other, kind of. And he asked for my number, and I was like, you know, what the heck? And I gave it to him, and all of a sudden we had plans to like, go get dinner and see a movie. And
Oh my God. So you actually went on a real date. I was thinking that your date was just the balcony moment.
No. real actual plans.
Okay, and
Awesome.
did your other plans involve vom too, or did you guys have a vom-free
No.
date?
We talked about it, and we decided one drink each at the dinner.
No matter what.
You're capping each other.
That's kind of cute, though.
So how was dinner?
Well, okay, so it actually ended up not even happening.
What?
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah, got there, started getting all of these texts from my roommate that my cat had been missing. And so I'm like freaking out, pretty much immediately had to leave right when my food got there.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but he was super nice, drove me back home, and I felt like such a jerk because I didn't even say goodbye. I like ran out of the car, went inside. Yeah, I know, but I love my cat.
Did you find your cat?
Yeah, it turned out he was in the closet, so it was like a huge to-do for absolutely nothing.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
Man, roommate
Did
with the
you
block.
text this guy or call him and let him know what happened?
Yeah, like I tried to call him and apologize for like running off. You know, it's not my fault that my cat got lost, but I can't get a hold of him. It's been like 4 days. I don't know what's up, and I really just like I want to explain myself.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
That sounds great. I mean, he just seemed like a really cool guy. I don't really want this opportunity to pass me by.
All right, we'll do it right after this. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Rachel, I really don't know why you're not getting a call back. Your dating experience had all of the key elements that it takes to be successful in love. You had projectile vomiting, and you had missing cats. And that's really all you need to win at this crazy little game that we called love.
It does sound like a Taylor Swift song.
If you missed the first part of the second date update, Rachel is on the phone. She wants to call a dude named Josh. They met at a house party when both of them were vomiting on a balcony. They struck up a conversation after and agreed to go out on a date. They didn't really finish the date, though, because when they met up for dinner, at the beginning of it, she started getting text messages from her roommate saying that her cat was lost. So she stopped the date. He drove her home. She ran out of the car, and she hasn't heard from him since. So we're about to call him and find out what could have possibly gone wrong in that whole thing.
Detective work.
And it seems like if a guy's cool with the vomit part, you think he'd be cool with the freak out on the cat issue.
Right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think you could have done anything worse than what you started with.
That's why this whole thing just doesn't make any sense to me. I really appreciate you guys calling him for me.
No problem. All right, I'm going to dial his phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Oh my gosh.
Hi, I was looking for Josh.
I'm Josh.
Hey, Josh, how you doing?
I'm fine. Who's this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
All right. Okay. Can I help you with something?
Did we wake you up?
Yes, you can help me with something. We actually got an email about you from one of our listeners.
An email?
Yeah, because you actually went out on a date with them, and now you're not calling her back.
I'm not. Who am I not calling back?
Her name is Rachel, and she said that you guys met at a house party and then went out to dinner, but the dinner had to be cut short because of a missing cat.
Oh, the cat.
It's that hard to remember the girl that you were puking off the balcony with?
Rachel. Yeah.
So you remember Rachel?
Yes.
Did you like Rachel?
Yeah. I liked Rachel.
I feel like you don't actually remember Rachel the way that you answered that.
Sure, I liked Rachel.
Oh, that girl.
No. I liked her. I did.
Okay, so why not call her back? She said it's been 4 days since your date, and you haven't been responding to anything.
Oh, no, it's been 6 days.
It's been 6 days.
Wait, so you've also been counting how many days it's been since you haven't called her back?
Well, I kept track of it because that's how long I've been in the hospital.
What?
What?
Oh my God,
Are you currently in the hospital right now?
No, I just got out yesterday.
Oh my God, is that why it sounds like you're on drugs right now?
I'm a little bit on some painkillers and stuff.
Whoa.
Are you
what
okay?
happened?
It was such a crazy night. So her cat was missing. And I remember she was really distraught, so I felt bad. And she got out of the car. So I drove around the corner, and then I decided to get out of the car to maybe look for the cat. Because I thought maybe the cat was outside or around the area. Yeah. So I was looking for her cat, and it was really dark, and I couldn't really see that well. And then a car came and hit me.
What? You got hit by a car?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got a broken arm, and I got a couple of broken ribs.
Oh my God, you're lucky that's it.
Dude.
Yeah, I've been in the hospital because that happened.
So you were going to call her back, but obviously you've had other things going on right now.
Yeah, it's just been nuts dealing with all this stuff.
Yeah.
Does she know that?
So glad you're okay.
Yeah, we talked to her. It sounds like she doesn't have any idea that you got hit by a car looking for her cat.
I don't know. I've been in the hospital. I don't know what she knows.
God, I would feel so bad if I was
bad.
Rachel.
Yeah.
I would blame myself forever.
Very nice of you to try to find her cat, though.
But I didn't find the cat.
No, you didn't.
No, he found a car instead. You definitely found a car.
Hey, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to throw you under the bus again, but Rachel is actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah.
Rachel's here?
Hi. Oh my God. Hi. I'm so glad you're okay.
Oh my gosh.
Josh, are you there?
I feel like it's too many pain meds to comprehend.
Yeah. No, I'm here. I'm here. But what? So what's happening?
Oh, poor Josh.
You're so sweet. I thought that you weren't calling me back because I screwed up our date. I thought that you were mad at me.
She's trying to laugh it off.
No, I was in the hospital.
Yeah, I know. We heard the sirens when we were looking for my cat, and and that was you.
Oh,
God.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, that must have been for me. I'm sorry.
No, please don't apologize. Oh my God.
Yeah, what are you apologizing for, Josh?
I hope the noise didn't inconvenience you.
I'm sorry, I got hit by a car, and there happened to be sirens.
Oh, I feel so guilty, Josh. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Oh.
No, it's fine. I wanted to help find your cat because you seemed really upset, and I just wanted to help you.
How is this turning weirdly romantic?
Thank you. That's really sweet.
So, Rachel.
Yeah.
Your cat. Did you find it?
Yes. Don't worry about him, please.
That's good. Where was it?
Oh my God, Josh, you're gonna hate this. He was in my closet.
Oh my God, don't
Safe
tell
and
him that.
sound.
I'm so sorry.
He was in your closet?
Oh, Josh.
Yeah,
Josh.
You got hit by a car trying to find her cat, and the whole time it was hiding in her closet.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, you guys.
Man.
I'm sorry.
That
to
is
laugh.
so sad.
Bad
Oh,
timing.
Josh, but you're trying to do such a nice thing.
Oh man.
Maybe on our second date, I can pay just like even the score.
Actually, Rachel, here, I'll ask a question for you. Hey, Josh, would you like to go out on another date with Rachel? We will pay for it.
So, you're serious? The cat was in the closet the whole time?
Yes.
Oh God, I don't blame
I know,
you.
Josh. It would be tough to hear, too, if I were in your shoes.
Dude, that's all he's going to be thinking about.
But would you like another date with Rachel? She'd love to see you again.
Wow, I'm just I'm on a lot of medication.
Yeah.
And I don't know when I can go out again.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Rachel.
I can come and visit you, and I'll bring you dinner because I think it's the least I can do, honestly.
Hey,
Yeah, that's close to paying for his
Yeah.
medical bills.
How about it, Josh? Will you let Rachel come over and bring you dinner, and you guys can have another date?
safer.
That'd be nice.
All right. Well, congratulations, Josh and Rachel. You guys got another date. All it took
wow.
was Josh being hit by a car.
A couple broken bones.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for getting in touch with him. I completely misread all of this.
Yeah.
I never would have known.
And you know what? I think we all learned something here because, Rachel, I started this off by saying, since you two met puking, and then you had the missing cat, I said that was the recipe for true love. I think we found what the recipe is. The recipe for true love is projectile vomiting together, a missing cat, and then getting hit by a car.
Wow.
And that's what true love is. That's all you need in order to have a healthy relationship. Congratulations, Rachel.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Josh, rest up, man, okay?
Yeah, I just in the closet the whole time.
Yeah.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Just got a text in at 78592 says if those two go out again, somebody's going to die. Stop them. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. If you missed today's second date update, this girl Rachel wanted to call a guy named Josh. They met at a party because both of them were puking on the balcony together. Kind of an awkward way to meet. Then they went out, and in the middle of their date, like right as it started, her roommate texted her and said, your cat's gone missing. So she had to end the date to go home and look for her cat. And then she hadn't heard from Josh after that at all. It turns out that Josh dropped her off and saw that she was concerned about the cat, so he pulled around the block and went to go help look for the cat.
Be a nice
He
guy.
probably want to be a nice guy and not be creepy and be like, I'll help you, I'll stay with you, I'll help you. Because they just met each other, and he ended up getting hit by a car.
You can't say it without laughing.
I know.
It's so messed up.
It sucks.
It's funny because of the luck, not because of what happened.
I know, and he's recovering and fine.
Good.
And they will probably go out again, or at least maybe she'll pay for his hospital bills or something.
Oh my God, someone texted in that second date update sounds like a demented Nicholas Sparks movie.
Yeah, the guy who wrote The Notebook. It does sound like that, like a very, very, very weird love story, but I feel like those two have a bright future together.
Yeah.
I hope so.
As long as they keep their distance from each other. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
FH.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know, whenever we do second date updates, some people actually want a second date. Some people just want to figure out what happened on their date and why the person isn't calling them back.
Yeah.
And then there's Sean, who's on the phone for a second date update right now, and he wants both, pretty much. He says it was one of the strangest dates he's ever been on.
Ooh.
So, Sean, how are you?
Hey guys, I'm good. I'm just trying to figure things out.
Yeah, I mean, most people who do this segment say that their date was bad or something, but strange is an interesting description to me.
Yeah, I've just been trying to figure it out, and I don't understand. I've asked my friends. I could use some help here.
Okay. What's the girl's name you want to call?
Jessica.
Jessica. All right. And tell us a little bit about your date with Jessica.
Okay. Where to start?
Oh, no.
All right, so we met online. She's super cute, so I figure, okay, let's go to a bar. Let's talk. So we go to this Irish pub, and you know those dates where it's just like not right, you know, where like you're trying to have conversation, but there's always this awkward silence or long pauses, and you can kind of like never get any momentum.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
sounds fun.
It was just painful.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no.
All right, so this is happening. I've had this situation before. It's like there's not chemistry or whatever. So after like 45 minutes, you know, I gave it the good old college try or whatever. We weren't clicking, so I just say like, hey, we can just leave. We can just end this date, and that's okay.
And what did she say to that?
She seemed super relieved.
Okay.
So there were no hard feelings. You know, we're both adults. Like, it all feels very copacetic or whatever.
Wow.
And then she asks me to walk her to her apartment, which, you know, it's relatively early in the evening, but the sun's down. And so she says she just wants to have somebody take her back to her apartment. And that makes sense to me, you know, just to be a nice guy, I say sure.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're walking to her apartment, and I guess, like, thinking back, like, the conversation started getting a little bit better, you know, like, there was a little less tension in the air or whatever as we were walking.
So now you're getting along.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We get to her place, and I have no idea why she did this, but she invites me up.
What?
What?
I guess things got a lot better then.
Whoa.
Right?
So you went from let's end the date, this is horribly awkward, to come on up to my place.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on either. In my head, I was thinking, really? Like, I didn't say that out loud, but I was totally thinking it.
Yeah. So, did the date continue up there?
Surprisingly, it did.
Really?
I had, like, no expectations. Yeah, I wasn't planning on anything happening. I was just like, all right, well, let's see what happens, you know?
Like, or maybe she was just even inviting you to be polite because she thought it was a polite thing to do after you walked her home.
I don't know. I guess my mom's friends would say, like, do you want a glass of water or something? It wasn't, like,
Right.
that polite, but,
Right,
you know.
right.
So how did things go up there?
We're hanging out, and we're watching TV. We start watching some game shows, and we're laughing about how cheesy that is. And I guess, like, because all the tension was gone and because we were laughing with each other and just being ourselves, you know, one thing leads to another, and we end up hooking up.
Oh, my God.
Did she,
Wow.
I mean, did she initiate this?
I'm sure dudes say this all the time. It felt like it was mutual. It didn't feel like
Okay.
one of us made the initiating.
Yeah.
That's a big switch from not wanting to talk to you to
Now they can't keep
doing
their hands
that.
off each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why, as I remember it, I did not initiate because, it felt like it was so not going to happen. So anyway, that happens. It's really nice. She's great, whatever. And
she's great, whatever.
I mean, I don't want to give details. I want to be
No, it's fine. It's fine. Did you stay the night?
Well, here's the thing. She gets up to use the bathroom, and then I hear the apartment door close.
Okay.
And I wait for 45 minutes alone in her apartment.
What?
She left?
She just left me in her apartment.
That's weird.
Whoa, weird.
She must
So
have
what'd you
really
do?
wanted to get out of there.
Yeah.
After 45 minutes, I was like, all right, I don't know what's going on. She didn't text me or leave a note or anything, so I just left.
Wow.
Huh.
She wasn't
so she
like, wait.
ghosted you in her own apartment.
Right? Like, was it a weird booty call that she didn't want to? I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, like, I've texted her. I tried calling her once, radio silence, and me and my buddies, we don't understand this one, so I could just use some help.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
confusing.
wow.
But you would, if like there's a normal excuse for it, you would want to see her again still.
It felt like there was some chemistry, so maybe things could happen, and kind of want to know if I did anything weird so that I won't do it again.
Yeah,
Well, and
what
that's
did
so
you do?
straight, like, to finish all of it and then leave. Like, if there's something really weird happening, she would probably tell you in the middle of it.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's like an old, like, horror story or something where, like, the person disappears and, they've never been in that apartment for 30 years or something.
Yeah.
I bet that was the longest 45 minutes of your life. Just laying there, like, is she going to come back? Is she not? Like, what?
Time slowed down to a crawl.
Yeah.
I think that I have never been so scared.
Oh, man.
All right, well, we'll play a song and then come back and call her and see if we can figure it out for you with your second date update, okay?
All right, thanks. I really want to figure this out.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I guess you know a date's going well when your date runs out of her own apartment and leaves you there for 45 minutes and then never talks to you again.
Yeah.
If you just tuned in to today's second date update, that's what happened to Sean. He went out with this girl named Jessica, and the beginning of their date was really awkward, and you could tell that, so he just called it out and was like, hey, this is awkward. Do you want to end the date? And she said, yeah. And so he started walking her back to her place, and then I guess because everything was relaxed now, they started hooking up. And then right after that, apparently, she left her apartment, left him in there for like 45 minutes until he finally just left, and he hasn't heard from her since. So we're going to try to figure it out. Sean, you ready to go?
Let's do this.
All
This
right.
is so, I mean, it's so weird. I can't think of any good reason I would leave a stranger in my apartment.
Yeah.
Other than maybe she fell in the bathroom, got amnesia, forgot you were in there, and just wandered out. Like, I feel like that's the only good situation that can happen there.
God, I could only hope that that's the case.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll try to figure it out. I'm going to dial their phone number right now, okay?
Thank you so much. I got to know what's going on.
Okay, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Jessica, please?
this is she,
Hey, Jessica. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Jubal.
Uh-huh, from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Yeah, I know it. I just
Oh, cool.
don't know why you're calling me.
I'm calling you because somebody emailed us about you.
Was it my friend Karen?
I don't think so. I haven't seen one
No.
from Karen. I'll check, though, later to see if she emailed. But no, this is from Sean.
Oh my God.
You remember Sean?
You went out with Sean.
Yes,
Well, if you know the show, you probably heard a second date update before, yeah?
I know my friend Karen does. She's like obsessed with you guys.
Okay.
So that's why I asked if it was her that emailed.
Oh, gotcha. Well, a second date update is where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. So Sean emailed us and told us about the night you guys hung out and is very confused why you ditched him in your own apartment and also why you won't call him back.
Wow, he told you that.
Yeah.
It was not great. I honestly wish that this had never even happened, and I can't believe I'm reliving this on a radio show right now.
It has to be worse than not great. I mean, to leave a stranger in your apartment.
Yeah.
Wait, so can you tell us what happened on your date?
Okay, so me and Sean went out, and I had a very weird feeling from the moment that we got together. Like something was just off.
Is that why things were awkward at first? Because he told us about your date. He said things were obviously awkward between you two at the beginning of it.
Yeah, I just had a weird feeling, and I guess that, like, carried into how the date went.
So wait, like weird feeling like you felt like he was a serial killer? Because that's how, whenever I say weird feeling, I feel like someone is bad.
Not that I thought he was going to kill me, because I would have left at the restaurant if that was the case. But when he said, "Hey, this isn't going well," I was relieved. You know, I was relieved when he suggested that we leave, and I asked him to walk me home, and things got a little bit better. We were talking and enjoying ourselves a little bit, and enjoying the conversation, and so wait, what did he tell you?
He just said that you guys ended up going up to your place and then things were better. And then after you guys were done hanging out, then you left and didn't hear from you.
Yeah, well, there was a moment where we were sitting down and he dropped his phone. And when he reached for it, he said, "Oh, corn nuts."
Okay. This is after you guys have hooked up or before?
He told you that? God. This is after.
Okay.
Considering the details. This is after. So he drops the phone. He says, "Oh, corn nuts." And I realized that's something that one of my uncles used to say all the time.
So he remind you of your uncle or something?
Oh, no.
Well, that uncle has a son named Sean.
Wait.
What?
Whoa.
So are you thinking that
What?
Sean is your cousin?
Yeah.
Shut up.
I'm still not 100% sure, but I hadn't seen him in a while if it was him. So I just panicked. I panicked and I left.
But you know what your cousin looks like, right?
I mean, I haven't seen him since we were children.
Oh.
People evolve.
And all Sean's kind of look the same.
That too.
So you think that he's your cousin and you went out with him?
That sounds so much worse when you say it.
Have you done any research into this? Like, I would be on the phone immediately with my parents, like, "Hey, where's cousin Sean at? What's the likelihood?"
Please tell me he disappeared.
Yeah,
wait.
it's living in another country. Give me some hope.
I honestly have just wanted to pretend that this never happened, and that's kind of been my approach.
I can understand that.
Because you think you slept with your cousin.
Stop. Please stop saying that.
Oh, my God.
It's mortifying.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that'd be embarrassing. Why don't we?
I'm going to be sick.
You know what a good idea is? To check with him and see if he actually is your cousin, because he's on the other line listening to this and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah. Well, maybe he's still there. I don't know. Sean, are you still there?
Jessica, oh my God.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Did you hear all that?
Yeah,
Did you just hear all that?
I did. Are you Hank and Lily's daughter?
Yes.
Shut up.
So you guys are cousins?
For real?
Oh, corn nuts.
Don't say that.
Oh, my God.
How did you not recognize me?
It's
How did you not recognize me?
Your hair was so short before.
Hair grows. Sean.
When was the last time you guys saw? I mean, I know the last time you guys saw each other, but when was the? Before that, when was the last time you guys saw each other?
I don't know, like 15 years ago. Oh my God.
Wow.
In the first date conversation, none of this came up. Like your family history, where you're from. Like those are things that you normally talk about. Like what your parents do.
I mean,
No.
maybe that's why it was so awkward, because we didn't think to use those conversation starters.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you know the whole time, Sean? Did you know that she was your cousin and you just hoped she wouldn't find out?
No.
Gross.
I'm just saying. Like he's
Come
like, maybe
on.
that's why we didn't think to do those things.
Look, Jessica, I had no idea. You are very attractive and you're a great kisser. But
Don't like that. Don't. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's probably not the best.
Not good.
Complimenting her like that's probably not the best thing to do.
I'm just being honest, all right? It's good to compliment people.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe not
Why
in
are
this
you
situation.
grossed out by this? You are not grossed out.
I'm not trying to be gross, all right? I don't know what to say right now. This is uncharted territory.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, that's good to hear.
Say that you're going to act like this never happened so we can move on with our lives.
Oh my gosh.
I have a very important question for you, Jessica. Have you talked to your parents?
Oh no.
No! Why? Did you?
No, I told them that I had a weird date, but I didn't get into specifics.
Oh, they have
Okay.
no idea.
Yeah, you guys might want to keep it a secret forever. Unless, Jessica, you want to go on a second date with Sean, we'll pay for it.
What? I don't. Is that legal?
God.
I don't think we're allowed to.
No?
No, I said no. Obviously, I never want to see him again.
No.
Just for the record, Jessica, I feel horrible about this, and if you want to meet up over coffee or something and talk about it, I'm
No,
down.
I don't want to meet up over.
If you need
No,
time.
I don't ever want to see you again. Ever.
Yeah. Well, Sean,
So.
I'm sorry both of you had to learn about that date.
Yeah.
But Sean, no second date.
Great. I lost a cousin, too. Thank you very much.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Nothing like a little incest to start your morning.
Good morning.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning
I
talking
always
about
say that.
today's second date update. If you missed it, Sean had a first date with a girl named Jessica and it started out awful, but after a few drinks it got better and they actually ended up hooking up at her apartment. But when we called Jessica, she told us something very shocking. At one point during the evening, after they had already banged it out, Sean used the phrase, "oh, corn nuts," and it made Jessica remember that she has an uncle who also uses that phrase and had a son named Sean. Oh my God. Just banged it out with my cousin.
I cannot believe it.
See, this is why you should never estrange your family, because then you don't remember who's who, and you end up sleeping with one of them.
Close with them,
Yes.
please.
She says she hasn't seen that side of her family for a long time, so she wasn't exactly sure if it was her cousin, but Sean confirmed that yes, they're related.
Oh my God.
So, yep.
So she probably won't see
And
that side of
I'm
the
like-
family again for
He
a
was
while.
not as upset as he should have been.
No, he really wasn't.
Yeah, you guys, still.
In the end, no second date, but a lifetime of baggage because they had sex with each other and their cousins. So remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The guy on the phone for a second date update today is living my dream.
Uh-oh.
He's a single dad. And I've
what?
always wanted to be a single dad.
You don't want kids ever. You hate children.
But being a single dad is great because you get all the joys of having a kid or whatever, but you only have to do it like every other weekend.
Oh,
you know?
you're talking about like a divorced dad.
And then you usually
Okay.
get a lot of McDonald's.
I see.
Because that's usually where, you do the meetup to exchange kids and stuff, so you're always getting McDonald's.
So it's like children light is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's the way to do it if you're going to do fatherhood. That's what I've heard, at least. His name is Kevin. Kevin, what's up?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Yeah,
Pretty good.
Is it as romantic as he describes it, being a single dad?
Well, I have to say, I do try to throw in some vegetables every once in a while.
Oh, yeah. Well, for them, I guess, but yeah. You get McDonald's at least twice a month. That's fun.
It's got to be done. It's got to be done or they riot.
Your email said that you're a single dad. You don't date very much, so you were really excited to go on this date.
Yeah, it's been quite a while, actually. And, I guess I'm out of practice or whatever. I don't really know how to do that anymore, date. So the way I met this girl was pretty cool. I was taking my kids to the Natural History Museum.
Good dad.
Never mind. Hey, forget what I said about being a single dad. That sounds terrible.
It is not. It's dinosaurs and stuff. It's like perfect.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm back on board. Sounds great. All right. So you were at the History Museum with your kids, and that's where you met her?
Yeah, because we were part of a tour.
Uh-huh.
And my kid asked me something about, I don't even remember now, it was something about dinosaurs, and I was searching for the answer, and I couldn't come up for it. And Stephanie, that's this girl's name, she stepped in, and she, completely knew all these answers. And, of course, both of my kids, totally fell for her right there.
Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty cool. So we got to talking a little bit. And I don't know, I guess flirting. I think it was flirting.
Well, I assume if you guys went on a date, it was flirting.
Okay, yes, thank you.
Yeah,
I just don't recognize it. So anyways, so we did start talking, and at the end of our time in the museum, I told the kids to sort of go over there for a minute.
Yeah, you distracted them with something shiny.
Daddy needs
I
a moment.
did. I said, look at that. Look at those skeletons over there, and I pushed them that way.
Yeah.
And then
Check out those bones over there. Daddy's going to try to get a bone of his own
Oh,
going
my
on.
Hey, whoa.
God, how
Yeah.
long have you been waiting to work in a bone joke?
3 minutes.
Uh-huh.
But I did tell her, I don't normally do this, but I asked her if she would like to go out with me.
That's so cute.
Nice.
You sound cute, nervous, and it sounds lovely.
So I got her number, and we made a plan. And
where'd you go?
We went to this nice restaurant, and we were having a good time. And then something sort of awkward happened.
Okay, how far into the date were you when the awkward thing happened?
Well, unfortunately, it was kind of at the beginning because we were waiting for our table at the bar, and we were ordering drinks. And the bartender carded us, which is kind of funny.
And you're not 21.
Yeah.
You're not of age.
So I was flattered, I guess. And he took our IDs, and then he handed them back to us, but he switched them up. So I had hers.
Uh-huh.
She had mine.
Okay, so what's awkward about that?
Because the picture on my ID is 3 years ago, and I weighed at least 90 pounds more than I do now.
Oh, okay. So did it even look like you on your ID?
I can barely recognize myself in that ID.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got this big, ugly beard, and it wasn't a good time.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Why would that be awkward, though? I mean...
Because she sort of looked at it, and then she looked at me, and she was like, is this you? Kind of, and I was like, yeah, and I went into the whole story about how, what was going on, and I don't know. I mean, she just seemed sort of shaken up by that. I mean, I don't look like that anymore.
If anything, I would feel like she'd be impressed that you were improving yourself and doing what you needed to do to feel good about yourself.
Yeah, me too. And that's generally been the reaction.
It's good for you for losing weight and getting healthier again. Yeah. And that actually made her angry, I guess.
And I never asked. I mean, I assumed that she was a single mom as well that you met at the History Museum.
No. She doesn't have kids, but...
Oh. She doesn't have kids.
No, she doesn't have kids, but I mean, that was one of the things that I thought was really cool is she seemed really cool with my kids. I mean, she got along with them really well, at the museum. And I'm biased, but my kids are pretty cool. And they were entertaining her. So that seemed like it was not going to be a problem, which is a huge deal.
Yeah, it would be different if you let her know that you had kids on the date and she didn't know that going into the date. Then you could be like, well, maybe she's not calling back because of that.
Right. No, but that's not it. She totally got along with them. So...
Cute.
So how did the date end?
Well, okay. So we finished dinner, and I was walking to her car, and I said goodnight. I had a really great time, and I tried to give her a hug, just a hug.
Uh-huh.
And she sort of backed away.
Ooh.
And
backed away from a hug?
Yeah.
Did she say anything about it?
I made some joke about what too fast or something, and she sort of said, yeah. And then she said, well, okay, bye. And then she left. I mean,
how dare you think I'd hug you on the first date?
I mean, I wasn't going to try to kiss her, but I thought, anyways, I don't know. I am super confused because, I called her, left her a message and told her I had a great time. And I mean, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, wow, she thinks I'm a creep or something, but I couldn't quite tell. Right. So I called her and I texted her and there's just nothing. No response.
No response at all,
that sucks. It's like your first foray back into dating and you get denied a hug.
I know. It was it started out so great at the museum. And then, so I guess I'm asking you guys, what do you think happened? What is it? I'm super confused.
Well, yeah, the dating game has changed a lot. People don't hug anymore. You can get a disease that way. So she's...
Is that right?
Yeah. Sorry, you didn't know that. We already figured it out. No need to make the phone call.
Yep, we're done here.
I have no idea what it could be. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Kevin is on the phone, and he wants to call a girl named Stephanie. We think the reason Stephanie's not calling him back is because Kevin decided to do the unthinkable in his life and get healthy.
Oh, ick.
Yeah, lost a bunch of weight, started eating better, feels better than he ever has before, except now, sure, you can run more, but you can't run after love, can you? Can't catch love. Can't run that fast, Kevin.
I was trying.
Yeah, you got winded, buddy.
If you missed the first part, Kevin told us about the date that he went on. They went out and had dinner, and the bartender asked them for their IDs at one point, and he showed his ID, and he looks a lot different in his ID because how many pounds heavier were you?
90.
90 pounds heavier.
Substantial.
And so he's lost a lot of weight. And after that point, her mood toward him changed. It's almost like she got angry at you.
I mean, she didn't get angry. I thought the date went really well, actually, after we got over that initial ID thing. And I thought it was fun until, she refused to hug me at the end.
Yeah. Getting shut down for a hug,
Yikes.
to me, would say she was kind of angry with you about something.
Maybe. I guess that's what I need you guys to find out for me.
All right, well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone and find out what happened, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Stephanie.
Yeah, this is Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, who's this?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
What is this in regards to?
Well, it's in regards to an email that we got into the show, and the email was about you.
What do you mean?
Well, you recently went out on a date with a guy named Kevin.
Yeah, I did. Who wants to know?
Kevin does, because he told us about your date, sent us an email because now you're not calling him back, and wanted to see if we could figure out if something went wrong.
All right, is this going to take a long time? Because I don't really want to talk about this.
No, we can get you off the phone pretty quickly. He just wants to know because he really enjoyed going out with you. He said that he thought you had a really good time, and he's tried to call you and text you, and I guess he's getting nothing in return.
I can save you a lot of time. Just tell him I'm not interested, okay?
Whoa. I know you don't have a lot of time right now, but he seems like a really nice guy. He hadn't been on a date.
Yeah, okay, sure.
He's not a nice guy?
No, he's not.
What?
Really? Because he came off as like an awesome guy who has some kids and...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought initially. That's why I decided to go out with him. But I found out that was not the case.
What did he do?
Look, I don't really want to do this. I'm just not interested in Kevin. I don't really want to go into it.
Okay, but you sound upset at Kevin, or
Yeah, I am.
well, now is the perfect time to at least state your case.
Yeah.
And get it off your chest. And if Kevin's doing something that you think is terrible, now's your opportunity to tell Kevin whatever you want.
Okay. So we were at the bar and we were getting drinks and we got carded.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this mix-up with the IDs. He got my ID, I got his ID. And I took a look at it, and his ID was a huge turnoff right away.
Is that because... So he told us that your attitude sort of changed after you saw the ID. Are you saying because he was 90 pounds heavier?
No, that wasn't it.
Oh, my God, because I had so many mean words about you in my head if that was going to be the case.
No, that was not the case. But I noticed that he's not an organ donor.
Okay. And
that's terrible. Are you serious? That's incredibly selfish.
So that's the reason?
Yes.
You don't want to go out with him again because he hasn't elected to donate his organs after he dies?
That's exactly why.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't appreciate you laughing about this. This is very serious.
All right, well, that's Jose laughing. He laughs at everything, so it's fine.
Death included?
It does.
Well, I don't appreciate it.
Honestly, though, to me, it does seem kind of trivial to not want to go out with a person again because they're not an organ donor.
Look, I would understand if, he was just like a young guy and didn't know better, but this is a guy who has kids. Mm-hmm. He has 2 kids, and like one organ can save up to 8 lives. I mean, it's not just 1-to-1, So
Right.
the thought of someone not wanting to do that and not wanting to even take the chance of saving that many people, to me, that's incredibly selfish.
Yeah, but I'm an organ donor. I think it's important for me, but everybody has a different reason, and you didn't even give him a chance to explain.
But I don't care. He should know that, and he should look for the box and check it. I don't care.
Okay.
There's no excuse for that in my mind. He needs to understand the consequences of not checking that box.
Why didn't you just talk to him about it if you were that passionate about this cause?
Look, you're not listening to me. The point is, I shouldn't be the one to have to explain this to him. He's an adult. I'm not trying to date a guy who needs a mom to tell him that, okay? He should know that on his own.
Wow, you're really fired up about this, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. You can tell him I think he's a scumbag for not being an organ donor. I'm never going to date him again.
Wow.
Okay. Well, how about this, Stephanie? What if you just tell him that?
I don't want to tell him that. I don't want to talk to him.
Okay, well, it's too bad because he's actually on the other line and wants to talk to you.
What are you talking about?
I mean, that's the whole point of this was so we could get you two on the phone together.
He's listening?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Stephanie.
I don't want to talk to you, Kevin.
Wow. Look, I feel like I need to at least have the opportunity to defend myself here. I feel like I'm being accused of some horrible
Being
crime.
selfish? Yeah, because you are.
Listen, I don't have anything against organ donors. Okay, I think it's.
Then why aren't you one?
I don't know. Because I must have missed the box, or
That's
it
not
wasn't
a
on
good enough
purpose.
reason, Kevin. Look for the box and check it. It's not that hard.
Okay, I take your point. I wish you could give me a little slack here. Okay,
Kevin,
look,
you have kids, okay? You have kids.
Exactly.
Something happened to your kids.
I have 2 kids who I love more than anything. And they're also a handful, okay? And I got to be on my toes, and maybe I was frazzled or whatever. I'm sure they were with me at the DMV, and that could have been why I didn't check the box. It's not because I'm some weird monster who won't give my organs away.
Well, you need to be more responsible and think about
Why
that.
Why didn't you say anything?
Because I shouldn't have to tell you to be an organ donor. You should know that yourself. You're a grown man.
Yes, I would love to be an organ donor. And if you had told me that at dinner, I would have said, oh, wow, I didn't realize that I wasn't. I will get right on that.
Oh, it's so convenient, Kevin. You're saying that because you want to date me again so you can sleep with me.
What?
He said he's not an organ donor.
Actually, Stephanie, I can put your mind at ease because I really, really don't want to date you, and I definitely don't want to sleep with you.
Well, Stephanie, you realize you're coming off as a bit crazy.
You're coming off as a bit naggy, okay? You've been nagging me this whole time, and as if I have to defend my position on standing up for, honestly, the whole human race. I don't have to do that.
What? Wait a minute. Are you saying that because I forgot or I missed to check a box, people have died because of me not checking a box?
Maybe not yet, but someday you're going to kill somebody.
Whoa.
What? Whoa. I'm going to kill somebody because because I'm not going to donate an organ. What, are they going to die of a broken heart? I don't understand. How does that kill someone?
Just because you don't take a weapon and kill somebody doesn't make you not a murderer.
Calling Kevin a murderer.
I mean, Stephanie.
Wow.
You may have a good point somewhere in there, but you need to be less aggressive about it, I think.
You guys are being ignorant, and I don't even want to talk to you guys about this anymore.
Well, can I ask you one more question, please?
What do you want? I'm done. You've taken up enough of my time already.
I just want to ask if you'll go out with Kevin on a second date. We will pay for it.
You know, whatever, smart. I don't appreciate this.
Hey, Kevin?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, she hung up.
Uh-huh.
That's intense, man. I mean, you should be an organ donor, though.
I will gladly go down and register as an organ donor, but not because of Stephanie, but because I think it's the right thing to do. Look, I didn't even know that I wasn't.
All right, well, until you do that, Kevin, in my book, you're a murderer.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text message in at 78592 that says Kevin didn't just dodge a bullet, he dodged a nuclear bomb. Good for him. Talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, this dude Kevin wanted to call a girl named Stephanie. She wasn't calling back after their date, and he thought, for some strange reason, she was angry at him for losing weight. 'Cause there was a moment where they had to take out their IDs, and the picture in his ID is like 90 pounds heavier. Once she saw the ID, she became cold to him, and he didn't know why. It was hard to believe that maybe somebody would be angry at him for losing a bunch of weight, and it wasn't that. It was the fact that on his license, he wasn't listed as an organ donor. And she went as far to call him a murderer.
Dude, she lost it, man. I'm just saying, if Stephanie dies, I do not want her angry kidneys.
No.
Just keep those things away from me.
And the worst part to me was he was like, I didn't even notice. Like,
Yeah.
I totally would be.
He's like, I'm fine with being an organ donor. I don't have a problem with it. And she's like, whatever, you just want people to die. Somebody texted in at 78592 and said, can you imagine if they got married and he didn't recycle one day? Oh my God.
No.
She might actually be a murderer on that day.
I mean, and the thing is if you do have a really strong stance on something like that,
That's not how you communicate it.
Yeah, be
you
reasonable.
Yeah,
Come
maybe-
It's not how you get people on your side.
Ask him about it.
Oh,
I don't
you know.
Remember, if you
maybe.
want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back, even if they're a murderer and don't want to be an organ donor.
Moving 92.5. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I'm sure all of us have been in that situation before where you're out and then somebody comes up to you and they're like, hey, you remember me? And you can't think of their name.
That's the worst.
How do you handle that? Normally, I have my bodyguard punch them in the face, which is why I don't have a lot of friends anymore.
It's weird.
But it's always tough to figure out how you handle that. You're like, hey, yeah, of course I remember you there.
Oh, God, here you are.
And that's what happened to Penny, who's on the phone today for a second date update. Her email said that she ran into an old friend, but he didn't really remember her.
Oh, no.
I guess they still ended up going out on a date, though. What's up, Penny? How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not bad.
Man, was that moment awkward when you realized that this guy that you were excited to see didn't know who you were?
Yeah, it was really awkward, especially because I thought I would have been memorable because we were like sort of friends in middle school.
Dude, that's messed up.
So you knew him from middle school, you said?
Yeah,
Okay.
we knew each other in middle school and we didn't really hang out in the same groups, but like if we had a class together and we didn't know a lot of other people, we would usually like try and sit next to each other because he was always like really funny and would make me laugh during class.
So wait, did you just like randomly run into him out and about?
Yeah, I was at this fair thing and I saw somebody that looked like him. And then when I got close enough that I was like pretty sure it was him by profile, I just like said the name Christian loudly. And he turned around and then I knew it was definitely him.
Oh,
So that could have been kind of weird the way you did that.
Yeah.
Just walking around. Christian! Oh, cool. He looked.
If it's a big group of people, I figure like you say a name, like somebody might just think you're talking to somebody behind them.
So what happened after you said his name?
He turned around and you know that look people have where they're like, crap, this person knows me and I definitely can't place them, but their face is kind of familiar.
Yeah.
He definitely had that in his eyes, so I sort of started talking and then I just realized he could not remember my name, so I told him who I was.
Okay. And then after you told him your name was Penny, did he remember you or was he still like, no, not ringing a bell?
No, he remembered, but you could tell it was like an effort of like opening an old file cabinet, trying to remember.
So what was that like for you? I mean, were you insulted or were you fine with it?
Well, I don't know. I feel like he looked really cute, so I was like a little bummed.
Well, you're hot enough that I'm going to let that one slide.
Yeah, like I was a little bummed about it, but I wasn't going to like let that deter me from talking to him.
So how'd the conversation go after he finally remembered who you were?
It was fine. It was very like small talk. He just looked really good. Like he grew up really well. He lost a little bit of the baby fat, which I said out loud, and I probably shouldn't have.
Wow, you lost your baby fat.
You're not so fat.
Look at you. Yeah. Wow.
Good job, buddy.
Way to overcome adversity and be good looking when you got older.
Yeah, well, anyway, so I just told him that I thought he looked really good, and then he kind of said the same back.
So wait, did you guys go out on an actual date, or did you just hang out at the fair and have weird conversations about how much weight you've lost?
No, we talked for like 5 minutes, and then our friends were kind of trying to like go to different things. So he just said we should hang out sometime, and he let me pick the restaurant, and we just like so we could continue chatting and kind of catching up, and you know.
Okay.
And how was the date?
It started out really well. We kind of like reminisced a little, and then it got a little awkward kind of in the middle. A friend of mine, a guy friend of mine, ended up being at the same restaurant, and he came over and sat down with us at the table.
God, you run into people that you know all over the place.
I know. It's weird.
He just sat down at your table.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to, like, if you knew him, you would be like, yeah, that makes sense. But it was awkward because we were kind of, like, right in the middle of the date.
Right.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know, I sort of saw it as, like, a positive because he gets to see somebody that I work in the same industry with. He got to learn a little bit about me and just kind of, like, see that I, have like a community around me and stuff.
And it shows that you're like a popular person.
Yeah, like I have friends. I'm not weird.
Did he stay for a long time?
He stayed for a good 15 minutes.
Dang.
Okay.
On a date, that's
You're
a
like,
long
hey,
time.
you're dropping hints all over the place. I'm on a
Yeah,
date.
but it honestly didn't feel like 15 minutes. Like, I was surprised when I realized it was. We all got along really well. Like, it wasn't until after he left that it kind of started to feel like maybe it disrupted the date a little bit.
Do you think it could have been the French kiss when you kissed your friend goodbye?
No, that didn't happen.
You didn't say that. What are you imagining in
I'm-
your head right now?
That's not what happened?
It
Oh,
was
okay.
not a three-way in a restaurant.
I thought that's like it's a coworker of yours. That's naturally what happens when they say goodbye.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, it's my coworker.
So not that. All right.
But Christian couldn't have been upset by that. I mean, it's out of your control.
Yeah, I don't think he was upset. It was just like, you could just tell he was kind of uncomfortable. Like,
Maybe it ruined the momentum of the evening.
it kind of just plateaued from there. Like, it was like an awkward side hug when we left.
Oh, all right. So I was going to ask you. That was my next question. Was how did
Right.
it end? Awkward side hug. That's usually a great sign
No.
Yeah.
at the end of a date.
Yeah.
It's not.
Man.
You know what? Maybe he hasn't grown up very much. Maybe he's still awkward around girls, and like it was uncomfortable for him to give you a hug.
Maybe. I don't know. I felt really good about the date in general, so I didn't really know, like, if he thought I was, like, dating the other guy or was interested in the other guy or if that guy was interested in me. I just didn't really, it was really hard to read him at the end of, like, how he thought the date went.
All right. And have you talked to him since?
I've reached out a couple times, and I feel like I've kind of gotten the brush off a little. So I just kind of want to get a hold of him and see if I can, like, explain my side and just clear the air. If that guy was the issue, you know.
I wouldn't get panicked about it because that guy might not be the issue. There could be a slew of other issues that you don't know about, you know?
Yeah, maybe it wasn't as good on his side as I thought it was.
I was going to tell her it sounds really salvageable, but apparently not.
You never know. All right.
One side is giving me hope.
Yeah.
All right, we'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
All right, we're right in the middle of a second date update, and if you missed the first part, Penny is on the phone, and she's upset because she's not getting a call back from a middle schooler that she went on a date with.
No, you're saying that's so wrong.
I'm sorry. Should probably clarify.
Yeah.
Penny, unless you don't want me to clarify.
No, please do.
Okay. Penny went out with a dude named Christian. They actually know each other from middle school. She saw him at a fair and she yelled out his name. She was like, "Hey, Christian." And he didn't really remember her until they started talking. They ended up going out to dinner and having a fun time. She does think the reason that he might not be calling back is because one of her friends kind of showed up and sat down for like 15 minutes in the middle of the date. And it might have been kind of strange. But other than that, we have no idea why he's blown her off.
I think that you are going to get a second date out of this and that there's some, like, reasonable explanation for all of it.
I hope so, because, like, he's really cute and funny, and I don't know. It'd be nice to see him again.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to dial his phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Christian, please?
Yeah, this is Christian. Who's this?
Oh, Christian, cool. I just want to say that you don't know me, but I know you very well.
Okay, that comes off creepy.
What is this?
What is this?
Who's calling?
Who's calling? That's a really loaded question,
Just
Christian.
tell him. What the...
Who is anybody, really? You know?
God, don't get philosophical.
I mean, who are we all?
Look,
Like,
I don't have a lot of time. I'm on lunch. I just love to know what's going on.
right, well, I was trying to give you some food for thought over your lunch break, but I guess not, Christian.
Oh, God.
Christian, my name's Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Okay.
Okay, and that would be why I started off the phone call with stupid jokes instead of just having a conversation.
Is there something you guys need from me?
Yeah, he's like, you're an expert on this, so I get
What
it.
do we all need, Christian?
Yeah,
What
okay.
do we need in
Drop
life?
the joke. The joke is over.
He's
Yes.
gonna hang up, dude.
Christian,
Yeah.
don't hang up. There is something that we need from you. We actually got an email about you from one of our listeners, and they asked us to call you.
Really? Are you being serious?
I don't know, Christian. What is...
Yes,
dang it.
yes,
Yes,
we're
I-
being serious. Oh my God.
Yes.
I don't even have the patience for him
I
right now,
know.
Christian. I'm sorry.
Christian, I'm being serious. One of our listeners emailed us because they wanted us to contact you.
All right, who?
Her name is Penny, and you guys actually know each other from middle school, and then you guys went out on a date a little while
Oh
ago.
my God. Honestly, I want Penny to leave me alone.
No, that is not the response I was hoping for, Christian.
Why? What?
Christian.
Yeah, I really, I'm sorry, guys.
No offense to you, but I don't need to hear from her again.
You don't. Why? Why are you so upset? We talked to her. She sounded nice.
She scammed me. I don't know. That's all I have to say.
What do you mean she scammed you? She said you guys had a lovely dinner date and that you're cute and you make her laugh. Like, whoa, what a scam.
That's really sweet of her, but that is not how our night went.
What?
Well, what happened? Because we talked to her and she said everything was cool.
Well, did she tell you about her friend who sat down at the table?
She did.
Yeah?
And did she tell you that they attempted to scam me?
No, she didn't tell us that. What do you mean?
Well, both of them were clearly part of some, those things like multi-level marketing schemes, like pyramid schemes, and they tried to run one on me at the table.
What? What? They tried to get you to buy some cleaning products or like a pair of ladies' tights or something and you weren't into it?
No, actually, it was water filters.
Oh, you're kidding.
They're trying to sell you water filters?
Yeah, not a joke. They were trying to sell me some pure as Amazonian rainwater water filters.
Look, man, it sounds like you're upset about that. I think it sounds fabulous.
Oh, come on.
On a date, it's
Are you
not.
sure you didn't just misconstrue what they were talking about their work and you just thought that they were pitching you or something?
It was just way too coincidental. Her friend comes over to the table. Oh, they both love selling water filters. Oh, they want me to sell water filters. Oh, you have a pamphlet on how to sell water filters.
Oh, wow. What's next? Okay.
Excuse me, Christian. This is Penny on the phone. I don't feel like I'm really being fairly represented right now. Am I allowed to cut in?
Well, even if you weren't, you just did, so that's fine. You're on the phone now.
Well, I feel like I'm being dragged in the mud, and I want to defend myself.
Why is she on the phone? Are you? Is this all part of this scam? Are you all trying to sell me water filters?
No, Christian, not yet. Not yet, at least. We're not in the water filter business, but it sounds like Penny is. But we did sort of scam you because, yeah, she's been on the phone listening this whole time.
I'm just really surprised, Chris. That just sounds. I feel like you're making it sound like I was there to sell you a water filter. It was like my friend just happened to be there, and it. Just because we like what we do doesn't mean that we're trying to sell you a water filter or make you a water filter salesman. Do I think it's a really great gig? Yes. But you don't have to.
Listen, you got to put yourself in my shoes. It was all way too coincidental in there, Penny. Suddenly he's just at our table and has a pamphlet to show me how to sell water filters.
Yeah.
I have 3 pamphlets in my purse right now. You just walk around with them. That's part of it.
That is so weird.
Yeah.
and Penny, it's weird. It's like carrying a business card.
It's not like carrying a business card, Penny.
No, because you're trying to involve everyone around you in your little pyramid scheme, and
it's not, a pyramid
not everyone
scheme.
wants to be a part of it.
Well, I'm not trying to involve everyone. I'm just saying, if somebody I like wants to be a part of it, I want to give them the opportunity to. And I wasn't even the one that brought it up. He did. It's not like I was trying to sell you anything.
Yeah, but you were the one who was like, wow, you should totally do this. It's such easy money. You can keep your day job and make, I don't know, you had all these statistics that you were pulling out. And it felt like the date turned into you trying to make money off of me. You know what I mean?
I was just trying to be honest. I wasn't trying to sell you. That's genuinely how I feel. You can make an extra $5,000 a month. That's not a joke.
That's a lot.
Look, Penny, I want to believe you because otherwise I had a good time. But the coincidences were just one after the other, and it made it so strange.
I feel like it was one coincidence that he showed up.
That he showed up and you do a bad commercial, running through a bit is what made it feel weird, Penny. All of the things you said in those 15 minutes felt like I was watching some happy-go-lucky commercial on television.
I'm honestly, Christian, I don't know what to tell you. It was a coincidence, but it's after we started talking, you actually seemed genuinely interested in potentially selling, which is why we kept going. Are you?
Are you still trying to sell me on this?
Right.
And no, I was never interested. Not even then, and certainly not now. I just wanted to go out on a date with you.
That's all I wanted to, but if I think that you're interested, if you don't want to sell, obviously you don't have to. I could just get you a good discount on one.
Oh my gosh, Penny,
Hey.
what are you doing?
That's pretty
Penny,
sweet.
Penny.
Dude, you got to think about the fringe benefits, Christian.
I feel like the water filters have brainwashed you, Penny.
No, they didn't. They're good water filters.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like you guys haven't even tried. You would probably really like them, and you're on the radio. Like, I have a few. I could email you guys a couple advertising things if you wanted to.
No.
Penny, yeah.
Penny.
Everybody else might not be into it, and it's kind of illegal to do that, but I'm in. So send that to the station.
No.
But let's
Do
get back
not,
to the
Penny.
second date here. Let's. We'll talk about our money-making opportunity behind the scenes. We need to talk about your date with Christian. Christian, would you like to go out on a second date with Penny? We will pay for it.
I absolutely no. I don't want to go on a second date. I don't want to be scammed anymore, and I don't think you guys realize what's happening here on the radio because you're being scammed too.
Okay. Jubal is allowed to be scammed. I feel like it's fine.
Yeah, whatever. You guys say that until I'm in Ibiza hanging out
With that water filter
with Penny.
money.
Yeah, exactly. With a boat named Filter.
Yeah.
Look, I know you guys are all joking and making fun of me, but I'm not kidding. Like, you could make enough money to buy a boat if you were good at selling.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You got that boat money.
I know, Penny. That's why I'm in. We're good.
Oh, God.
I think you're pulling my leg.
Yeah.
I would never do that to anybody. But Christian,
You don't ruin a good business opportunity when
Yeah,
it knocks
no.
on your door.
Christian, are you sure you won't go on another date?
Absolutely not.
Even if she didn't bring up the water filter stuff, like you liked her.
Yeah, all that aside.
I don't know if I can not bring it up. It's a part of my life.
All right. Well, I stand wrong.
Well, I'm sorry the second date didn't work out for you, Penny. And Christian, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah, and you have fun struggling with those conventional water filters, the ones that burst into flames. You try to use them.
Ooh, you're good already.
Yeah, see?
Can I privately send you the link to these? Because they're really good.
Send it along, Penny.
Oh, my God.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Got a text in at 78592 says, I don't know what to think about that second date update, but I do know that I'm going to be rich now. Thank you. So, if you missed today's second date update, Penny wanted to call this dude named Christian. They actually knew each other in middle school, and she saw him at a fair. They decided to actually go out after they reconnected. But the reason he wasn't calling back was because during her date, she ran into a friend who she works with. They work in the same field. They do like a pyramid scheme type thing for water filters.
Yeah.
And they spent like 15 minutes pitching him on why he should sell these water filters, and he thought that he'd been scammed and set up by her to go out on this date just so that she could try to sell him some water filters.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It just dawned on me.
What?
Did she just do the whole second date update so she could pitch us the same thing?
Whoa.
Did we get scammed?
Maybe you guys got scammed, but I'm still investing in this, okay? So, yeah, you guys lost out because you don't want to believe her, but I am going to retire pretty soon.
We did get a couple texts, and they're like, what are the water filters called? Like,
Totally.
this could honestly be a scam.
And what if she never wanted to date with the guy to begin with?
Oh, my God.
What if
my
the
mind's
whole thing
blown.
from the very beginning? What if she never even knew him from junior high?
Well, then she's a genius marketer, and good job.
Yeah.
Hopefully we moved some water filters for you. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back. Don't forget, it is Friday, so Young Jeffrey's Song of the Week is coming up at 8:10.
Are you single and feeling out of the loop? Put away that mouse and get out of the house. Join In the Loop, Seattle's brand new activities club just for singles. Go to intheloopsingles.com today.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You know what really surprises me? Out of all the second date updates we've done quite a few where someone's like, I was set up on a blind date, I didn't really see the person beforehand, and then I showed up and met them, and they were attractive.
The attractive part is what surprises you?
That's what surprised me. Like, we always get one where they say that they showed up and the person is better or just as they thought, and nobody's ever, like, people get built up in their head that they must be going out with, like, the biggest monster ever, and then they show up and they're like, oh, it's not that bad.
When I used to get set up by friends, I'd always show up and be like, that's what you think of me? You think I should be with this?
I'm insulted.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jenna was set up through friends with a guy named Scott, and once again, Scott wasn't as ugly as she thought he was going to be. Right, Jenna?
Yes.
Congratulations.
amazing,
Yeah, that's a big deal.
So tell us a little bit about Scott.
I met him through friends, and I had seen kind of a blurry picture of him, like a little far away, you know. So I knew he wasn't going to be totally ugly, but he was really, really, really good looking.
Okay.
When I walked in, I couldn't
I was shocked.
Did you tell him that? Did you say, I saw your picture kind of on Facebook, and you are way better. You shouldn't take pictures.
No, I didn't want him to know that I looked him up,
What did your friends tell you about him before you met him?
They didn't say much. They said, that he's very successful, he's in business, he's nice. That was pretty much it.
I mean, did you guys have fun?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we met at a really nice restaurant for drinks, which I thought was cool, not a bar.
Yeah.
And he was really attentive. He asked me a lot of questions. I felt like he really listened to me. He's really funny. I laughed a lot, so it went really well.
Was there any awkward moments at all on your date?
No, none at all. I mean, look, I listen to you guys all the time, and I've heard some of the terrible things that have happened, but nothing like that happened. No, no one passed gas. No one did anything. No one blew snot out of their nose. Like, it was totally golden, and I really don't understand what happened.
You forgot the one that happens a lot in second date updates. Anybody blackout drunk? And
No, I kept my drinking to a minimum. I did not get too drunk, I swear.
so why do you think this guy's not calling you back then?
I don't know. Maybe he's used to dating different kinds of girls. I'm a little more on the conservative side, especially on a first date. I was dressed kind of conservatively, and so I don't know.
What is that? How conservative? Like turtleneck?
Long skirt to her ankles.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wasn't completely covered up, but I also wasn't showing cleavage or a lot of legs.
Oh, yeah, that is a deal breaker. No wonder he's not calling you back. What are you doing? Is this your first time on a date, Jenna?
Look, it was a blind date, and if that's really
if a guy likes you, I highly doubt that he was turned off that much by you dressing conservatively.
But I also can understand you being self-conscious about it, because you dressed for a date with what you thought was going to be kind of an uggo. You walk in and he's hot and you're like, oh my God, why did I wear this?
Yes, that did cross my mind. I mean, I tend to dress a little more conservatively on the beginning anyway, or on dates. I don't, like to seem so easy, I guess, but...
You think maybe he's hoping for an easy girl and that's why?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I think you're making big assumptions about him just because he's hot. I don't think that's fair.
What, that he just wants a trampy girl?
Yeah. I mean, he kissed you at the end of the night, right?
That's usually leads up to something else.
I know, but it was a sweet...
Wait, he wants a trampy girl. Why would he ever try to kiss you or touch you?
Exactly.
Come on. Those guys that want easy girls are always like, hey, hands off. Yeah. So how did the date end?
So after we left the restaurant, we went for a long walk, just kind of walking around, and then we ended up back at my car, and he kissed me.
Oh, he even sealed the deal.
Yeah.
Wow.
And has he talked to you at all since you guys went out?
Well, so I texted him, and I said, thanks for the nice time, and, thank you so much for the drink, blah, blah, blah. And he wrote back and said, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And that was it? Period?
That was it. Yeah, period.
Did you hit your friends up to see, has he said anything?
Yeah, and they're just not really responsive. They're saying that he's not really saying what happened. No one can really get it out of him, I guess.
Like he's just turning it down, I don't want to talk about it?
I don't know if he's saying he doesn't want to talk about it, or maybe they're hiding something from me, or if he's just kind of brushing it off.
You can't get a straight-up answer, though, out of anybody.
No, it's like everyone's hiding something.
That's sketchy. Yeah. I mean, are you feeling like you're the butt of a joke or something between your friends group?
Well, that's what I'm worried about, and that's why, I said I'm just going to call and see, because this is stupid, and it's just killing me. I want to know what happened. And if I did something terrible, then I kind of want to know what it was.
Yeah. Right.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, hang on.
Brooke and Jubal in the mornings, second date update.
Call now to win a $1,000 cash crate.
1-866-MOVING-92.5.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings, second date update.
Today's second date update should be a lesson to all of the ladies listening right now. When you go out on a first date, don't wear clothes. Okay? Research has shown that in over 70% of first dates, they always go better if you wear less clothes.
Really?
If you wear no clothes at all, 100% satisfaction rate. That's the problem that Jenna is having. She feels like the only reason she's not getting a call back is maybe she dressed a little too conservative and the guy wasn't really into her. You ready to go, Jenna? You ready to call him and get him on the phone and find out if that's why?
I hope that's not why.
I mean, you wouldn't want to go out with him if that's why, right?
No. I mean, I don't know. It would depend.
I don't know. Maybe, possibly. I thought the guy was pretty attractive, so.
It would depend. I mean, maybe he thinks, I'm a Mormon, or I don't know. Maybe he thinks I'm just totally conservative.
Okay.
I wouldn't want him to have the complete wrong impression.
Well, Jenna, no matter what, win or lose when we get him on the phone, if you get a second date or not, at least you've learned your lesson that the next time you go out on a date, forget the clothing. Right?
No.
No? Okay, still haven't learned.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I can do the second date update now.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to dial the phone number, okay?
Okay, let's do this.
All right, here we go.
Hi, this is Scott.
Hey, Scott, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Scott, you there?
I don't know who this is.
Oh, you don't?
That's what I just said. What is this?
My name is Jubal. I'm calling from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, the radio show. And I'm calling you because you recently went out on a date with one of our listeners, and they were hoping that we could get a hold of you.
Why the radio show calling me about a date?
Well, we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. So you recently went out on a date with a girl named Jenna.
Yeah.
Okay, and so Jenna emailed us because you haven't been answering any of her phone calls, and she thought you guys had a great time, but she's wondering if she did something wrong or if there was a specific reason that you're not calling her back.
No, there's nothing specific. Just, not big into going through with things that there's no point to.
So you feel like there's no point in continuing to try to date Jenna?
I mean, I just know that it's not going to work.
Let me ask you this. Was it because she dressed too conservatively? Right?
Please.
I know that's annoying.
No, that had nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Oh, thank
well,
God.
she was actually concerned that might be the issue.
No, that's not the reason why.
Well, if that's not the reason why, can you kind of give us a little bit of information so that at least I can tell her, hey, don't worry about the way that you dress. It wasn't that.
Yeah, you can tell her that. That's fine. But, I mean, as far as, like, a more specific thing, it's just kind of like one of those things where it's not going to work. And really, to be honest, she's cute and everything, but I'm looking for a different breed of girl.
A different breed?
What does that even mean? Yeah. We're not breed, we don't come like thoroughbred or.
No, there are
horse.
some thoroughbreds out there,
Oh
and there are some
my
definite
gosh,
runts.
you guys.
Believe me, I know what you're talking about, Scott. Yeah, I mean, there are different breeds of all kinds of humans. But what are you looking for then?
Basically, I'm a guy who works a lot, pretty successful at what I do, and,
Is she not pretty enough?
Nope, she's fine. She's very cute. I'm not saying that. The bottom line is that, I don't know how to say this, but she's too smart.
What? You said too? Did you just say too smart?
Yeah, too smart?
Yeah, that's right. She is too smart. I'm not looking for a smart girl.
What?
You want? That might be the best way to be turned down for a date ever is for somebody to tell you that you're too smart. That's like a compliment, but then also a letdown at the same time. What do you mean? You only date dumb girls?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that. I just want someone who is not as smart and someone who's not as ambitious as Jenna is.
Why would you not? I feel like I look for the opposite, and I've never had the opposite, so I've had the other thing, and trust me, it's not all that's cracked up to be. But I feel like I want the opposite, and why would you want to be with someone who's not ambitious and not smart?
Well, like I said, I'm pretty successul, and I need someone who's just going to focus on me and not their own career or their own motivation.
Okay.
So you just want someone to be home and look pretty for you and make you some dinner every once in a while.
I'm a good-looking guy. I do really well. Basically, I just am looking for some arm candy, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, there is, because you're treating your woman as a trophy, no matter who she is. So there's lots of things wrong with that.
There is a ton of benefits, okay? She gets to go on a lot of great vacations, a lot of business trips. She gets to be,
living a good life. All she has to do is stand there and look good.
So that's all you want. You basically want a mannequin.
No, I don't want to date a mannequin, but I just don't want someone like Jenna. You know, I mean, she went to Berkeley. I think she got like a double degree, which is insane.
Oh my gosh, stop it. Disgusting.
She's way too motivated. I need someone who's just going to be there and be supportive for me and be at home and make babies with me.
Oh my God.
Hey, at least you're
disgusting.
honest about it, you know?
What? No, Elise. No, Elise.
Well, he's
at all.
honest. Well, at least he knows what he's getting into, because I'm assuming the girl that he's going to find is going to be okay with being arm candy, and there are people that are good with that. So at least you didn't string her along.
Exactly.
I've just never heard a more selfish, self-centered, egotistical person in my entire life.
You know what? I think you've never heard a more honest man in your entire life.
No. How do you agree? Oh my
A
God.
more honest, successful man that's just looking for a hot chick who will shut the F up.
Oh my God.
Hey, Scott, thank you for your time, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate your honesty and continued success in all of your business ventures.
Thanks, dude.
Best friends now.
But I do want to let you know that Jenna is actually on the other line listening to this conversation.
What?
Yeah, Jenna is on the phone listening. Jenna, are you there?
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I'm pissed. I've never heard anything so ridiculous in my life. I woke up, it's 1950. What is your problem? Are you serious right now?
I didn't know you were on the other line, so I didn't know you were going to hear all that. But, yeah, that's how I feel.
I can't believe. I mean, that's completely different than the impression that you gave me the other night.
Well, I mean, I was on a date. I was being charming.
Oh my gosh. Jenna, did you see any signs of this at all?
Not at all. I mean, why did you let me go on and on? Why didn't you tell me right then when I told you what I do?
Jenna, you're interesting, and that's really, really cool that you're so motivated, and I actually think that's good for you, and I'm excited for you, and I was interested to talk to you, but that's not who I want in a relationship.
Okay, Scott, for the record, I think you are a total ass.
Oh my God, that's an understatement.
Correction, Jenna. You mean successful ass.
Oh my. Dude, you're a misogynistic for brains. What is your problem? Do you have like no remorse at all? I don't even know what to say to you.
You know, you've been talking this entire time, and I have no idea who you are. I don't even know your name. But I got to be honest, it sounds like you're someone who's very threatened by me and my success and my honesty.
Oh my God. If anything, I just have sympathy for any girl that may get trapped in whatever bull you've got going on, dude.
Right, I don't know. But you know what? There's a lot of girls who would love to go to the south of France with me for a weekend at a drop of a dime. And it sounds like maybe you'd like to be one of those people. But
oh, honey, I can pay for my own trip to the south of France. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you probably can with your husband's money.
Oh, you better step down now. I
Yeah,
swear
her husband's unemployed, so they can't do that. So you don't even know what you're talking about.
That's actually true.
Hey,
oh my God,
Scott,
I'm so angry.
would you like to go out with Jenna on a second date? I know you don't need it, but we'll pay for it. No? Okay. Jenna, I'm assuming you don't want to go out with Scott again.
Absolutely not, no.
Hey, maybe ask your co-host if she wants to go out on a date with me.
Brooke, you want to go out on a date with Scott?
Never, ever in any life would I ever even want to talk to him again. All I want to do is kick you in the right now. I'm like furious.
You know, maybe you should tell your female co-host, again, whoever she is, that
oh my God,
she needs to learn a lesson and know her place. Okay, just like every other woman does.
Yeah, I'll do that for you. Hey, Brooke, men are talking.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I can say this with confidence, and I'm not overselling it. Today's second date is going to be awesome.
Uh-oh. You don't believe in love, so it's probably not going to be good.
We've got Joel on the line right now. Joel is going to tell us about his date that he went on with a girl named Paige. And Joel, I got to tell you, before you tell us about your date, I have a surprise for you after you tell us.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
What is it?
Well, I said after you tell us about Paige, I will tell you the interesting news.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit. So how'd you meet Paige?
I went to college with this girl who works with Paige, and basically she thought we would be a good match. So we got in touch, and she was like, hey, why don't we go to the spaghetti factory?
Okay, with the old spaghetti factory.
I was like, cool, that sounds like a good idea. Like, I like Italian food, and it seems like a fun kind of place to go, like, very casual.
Yeah. We know what the old spaghetti factory is. Was it a good date or not? Like, how'd it go actually at the spaghetti factory?
Yeah, I had a really good time. We had a really good conversation. I'm a pretty personable guy, so I'm pretty good at, like, just getting the fun side out of people, I guess.
Okay, so Spaghetti Factory was fun.
You brought
I
out her
like it.
fun side.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, we had a good time.
How did the date end?
We went out for a couple drinks after that, and, things got a little interesting.
Okay, what do you mean by interesting?
We made out a little bit, which I thought was pretty awesome.
Were you at the bar making out, or did you?
Yeah, we were at the bar making out.
Dude, I love seeing those couples. I think it's so funny. I'm sorry.
All right.
Joel. Good for you. Good for you, buddy.
Joel, now I'm going to tell you the surprise that I have.
What's that?
I want to introduce you to Mark. Mark, say hi to Joel.
What?
Hey, Joel.
I'm confused.
Mark actually emailed us about a girl named Paige
Oh, no.
with the same phone number.
No way!
Stop it.
Yep. And Mark went out on a date with Paige, too, and she's not calling Mark back either, is she, Mark?
Get it, girl.
Oh, no.
Oh, dude, that's Mark, please tell me you went to the Spaghetti Factory as well.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Producer Boyd and I were going over emails and noticed that, oh, wow, weird. Both of these guys said they went out with a Paige, and then we looked at the numbers. We're like, that's the same girl, same date.
She went on 2 dates. Come on.
Yeah, but it's kind of weird that both of them would email the radio station for a second date update.
And she took him to the same place, too?
She
Mark?
has a type.
Mark, why don't you tell us about your date with Paige? How'd that go?
It went great. I thought, I met her through this online dating service, and we like same movies, same music, and so then she was like, let's go to the spaghetti factory. And I'm like, okay, yeah, why not? I love spaghetti. And yeah, she was cool, like fun, funny, like
No,
had a lot of energy.
Joel got a makeout at the end of the night. Did you get anything?
In the same bar, I'm pretty sure.
Wow. What did it feel like to hear Joel telling your story, but with a different dude?
I felt like it kind of used.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, I felt like an object.
You guys both feel like a piece of meat right now?
Yeah, a little bit. Like, I don't like it.
Pretty much.
Oh, man. How the tables have turned, my friends. How the
Well,
tables have turned.
We're going to play a song, come back,
Oh, my God, we're going to ambush her?
call her, and get both of your second date updates. How about that?
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Please. I can't wait to hear this girl.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right, hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Okay, Mark and Joel, now that you've had a song to think about it, that you guys have both gone on a date with the same girl, different times, same location, same bar, everything else. We'll start with Joel. Joel, how are you feeling about things?
I don't feel very good, to be honest.
Because you were shocked by this. You had no idea Mark was on the phone.
I mean, I was just calling to see, like, what was going on because I really felt like I had a connection with somebody.
But you may still.
And
Nah, I don't think so. Probably not.
Oh, come on.
Mark, what are you feeling like before we call Paige?
I'm kind of feeling, after thinking about it, I'm a little pissed off, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
I'd be too, man.
But she just went
yeah,
on
I am a little
dates.
pissed off.
Yeah, but she's like going on the same date with different guys and just insert here.
And then blew them both off.
Oh,
You know?
and she's making out with both of them.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
problem is she's not getting back to
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys ready to call her?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, come
All right.
on.
so weird.
Let's go. I can't wait to hear what she says.
I love this girl already. I'll tell you that right now.
Of course you do, Brooke.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Paige, please?
Yeah, this is Paige.
Hey, Paige. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. The reason that I'm calling you, are you familiar with our show?
I am, yeah.
Okay, have you heard the second date updates?
Uh-huh.
Well, somebody emailed us about you.
Ooh.
You recently went on a date with someone, and they liked you a lot, but you're not calling them back. Can you think of who that would be?
David?
It is not David, Paige.
You're amazing.
It's actually a guy named Joel. You remember Joel?
Yes.
That was not very convincing, Paige.
Do you remember going out with Joel?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, there's definitely been a few people because, Paige, we also got an email from Mark about you. We had 2 guys email us about you.
Oh,
It's okay, Paige. It's okay.
So
Yes, it is.
it's obvious that you're dating around, which is whatever. That's fine. Yeah. But why are you not calling anybody back?
I mean, what did their emails say? Did they?
Well, both of their emails said that they really liked going out with you and thought you were cool and you had a connection. They didn't get back to you, but now we find out there's another chump named Dave out there that didn't email us. So are you just going out on a ton of dates and just not calling anybody back?
Just having a lot of fun, just going and meeting people and.
So, can I ask, why do you take them all to the same place? I mean, the old spaghetti factory is fun, Paige, but I don't think it's 3 times in a row fun.
There's a lot of great stuff there.
Okay, Paige. Oh, wow. Come on.
I'm on your side here. I think it's totally cool for girls to date, but you just got to give us the reason why you don't want to call these guys back.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I go on a bunch of dates and then I write about it.
In your diary?
I have a blog.
Oh, you write a dating blog.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Oh, they each have an excerpt.
Okay, so you write a dating blog, so you just go out on dates with dudes and then log it there.
Yeah. I mean, I really want to do more journalistic stuff, and I think people are fascinating, so I just watching them and telling the world about them.
Are you invested at all in the romantic part of it? Are you actually trying to meet a guy, or is this just all for fun?
I feel like I'm more getting the information so that I could know what I want.
Or so that you can make some money
by
having people follow your blog. That's understandable. Hey, Paige, I do have to let you know that Joel and Mark are both on the phone right now.
Yeah. That's
and heard that basically you're using them to get followers on your blog.
Hey, Paige.
What's up, Paige?
Paige, I thought that we had a really good time, and it's not often that I get to go on a date with a girl that I really like, and I thought that we had something really special.
Okay, so you got something out of the date too, so you're fine.
Is this Joel or Mark?
Yeah, identify yourselves.
Yeah, please clarify.
It's Joel.
Okay, Joel. All right.
Paige, do you feel like you're lying to these dudes?
Honestly, I feel like it would be lying if I went on 3 dates, but I go on 1.
Okay.
But that's still one lie.
Right, you know what?
This
is some
you bring people to apparently the same restaurant and stuff, and I think that's kind of a lie.
Well, I mean, you never asked me what's the purpose of this date.
Shouldn't it be assumed?
Usually people don't do that when they show up. What is the purpose of tonight's festivities?
Oh, my God.
Are we going to have one makeout session and you never call me back, or shall we spend the rest of our lives together?
I was clear with why I was there. You were clear with why you were there. They were different. That's fine.
It's not like you are having an honest date at all.
Joel sounds like a hurt puppy.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to say to Paige?
Hey, Paige, how you doing? So nice to hear that I'm just part of the experiment. That's cool, you know.
Did you learn anything?
Did you learn anything?
Wow.
Jeez.
Well, he hasn't read your blog, so he doesn't know what to learn yet.
That's true. I can send you the link. You probably learn a lot about yourself. I'll be honest.
Oh my God, you are such a Oh. You really think you're something special, don't you?
I just write about my experiences, okay?
Yeah.
Paige, it's not like Mark and I don't
you have this, like,
have
self-righteous
like other
manner about
stuff
it, though.
to do. So like when we take time out, it's because we're investing in something.
Mark and Joel have now bonded.
You know, you're just like totally abusing our willingness to like engage with you.
Yeah, I mean, I call it bullshit, but yeah, that's cool too. I mean,
I love that we created like a best friendship between Joel and Mark, and now they're like defending each other. One will be super sensitive, the other will take the more aggressive angle.
Joel and Mark are going to be going on dates together all the time.
Oh, man.
Paige, here's what we're going to do. I would love to offer you a second date right now. We will pay for it. You just have to choose which guy you'd like to go out with.
What? You're
Yeah.
going to choose both?
We will give you a second date if you'll go out with one of them again.
Come on, this would be such a good
Think about
vlog.
it. You could write about being called on the radio
Uh-huh.
and then having to go out on a second date with the person who you just wrote about. You could call it back to your other blog, get some more hits on that. I'm helping you think business-minded here. Let's go on a second date, huh? Who do you want to choose?
That was quite a pitch.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'd have to look back through my notes.
Oh, God.
She'd choose David.
Yeah, she's just thinking about David still. Come on, Paige. We will send you out on a second date. You just have to choose Mark or Joel. We'll pay for it.
I guess Mark. I don't know.
The angry one. Interesting.
Nice.
That's the angry one.
Mark, did you want to go out on a second date with Paige? We'll pay for it.
no, sorry.
Touché.
You had your chance. You blew it.
You blew it. Yeah.
At this point, I would like to offer Joel a date. Since Mark turned it down, Joel, would you like to go out with Paige?
Oh, my
You're
God.
like pimping her out.
Yeah, I would actually.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I really like you, Paige, and like this is weird, and I don't feel very good about it, but like I feel really good about you, and I think that beyond all of this,
Okay, thank you. No.
Oh, what?
Paige, you are
It's
brutal.
not gonna, no, that's okay. You can send someone else out with Joel. I'm good.
All right.
Oh, that's
Mark
so
and Joel, I would love to send you guys out on a date together. I'm not ending this until somebody's going out. Do you guys want to go out on a date, Mark and Joel?
Just
Bro
say
date?
yes, please.
We'll pay for it.
Whatever, man. I'll wing it.
Wingman.
Joel, would you like to go out with Mark?
Sure.
Yes! Successful second date update.
This is amazing.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
You recently went on a date with someone, and they liked you a lot, but you're not calling them back. Can you think of who that would be?
David?
I love you.
It is.
I love you.
It is not David, Paige. It's actually a guy named Joel. You remember Joel?
Yes.
That was not very convincing, Paige.
Do you remember going out with Joel?
I'm pretty sure. Yes.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, there's definitely been a few people because, Paige, we also got an email from Mark about you. We had two guys email us about you.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
That is a clip from today's second date update. It was kind of a unique one. We got two emails from two guys, and they both wanted to get a second date update with the same girl, a woman named Paige. And as you just heard, we called Paige, and she wasn't sure who we were talking about.
No, she thought we were talking about a guy named David.
Yeah.
Who we never got an email from a guy named David.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
As the conversation went on, though, we found out she really didn't have any interest in either of them.
Mm-hmm.
She's just doing, going out on a bunch of dates with dudes so she can write a blog about her dating experiences. She's using guys for her own internet content.
You know, if I was one of those guys, I wouldn't necessarily want another date, but I would want the blog entry.
I know.
That she wrote about me.
I'd
Like,
want to
please.
see, like, was I good on the date? Was I bad?
How many clicks did I get?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, did I get likes on your Facebook page when you posted the link?
In the end, we couldn't get Paige to go out with either of the guys.
Oh.
So we offered to send Mark and Joel out on a bro date.
Well, hey,
Here's what they said.
Whatever, man. I'll wing it.
Wingman.
Joel, would you like to go out with Mark?
Sure.
Yes! successful second date update. So see, it was actually a successful second date update. Sort of.
A more interesting blog that would come out of this whole thing is a bro dating blog.
Yeah.
You
Or
know?
if those two went out and then fell in love.
Yeah.
And then it became
things
more
have
than a
happened.
bro date. They actually became life partners.
Wow, that would be awesome.
It would be really cool. It'd be
Thank
a
God
nice
for
movie.
Paige, man.
Yeah, she really brought us together. And thanks for Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Yeah.
This is great.
So if you have a date scheduled with a woman named Paige, chances are she's only interested in that one date, and then she's going to blog about you.
Which may be okay for some men.
Yeah,
You know, you
I mean,
want
I
your
can't-
15 minutes of fame and you don't want commitment. There you go.
Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
A listener named Amanda is on the phone for a second date update today, and she's smart.
Okay.
Because she did what people normally don't do. She did her research. Like, not just on the date, the person she was going with, but the actual place. She showed up the day before, interviewed everybody at the restaurant, waited around, checked it out to make sure that it was the proper location to have a date.
Psycho.
Isn't that right, Amanda?
No, that's not exactly what I did. But
Oh my God. Thank God.
I was trying to spin what you did and make it better, but I guess not.
Yeah. Thank you for trying to make it better, but no, that's not exactly what I did. Yes,
good.
I did go to the restaurant the day before, but that was on accident.
Oh, okay. You didn't go to make sure that you had the best lighting at the table so that you looked fantastic no matter what happened on your date, right?
Scout mission.
No, but that's a great idea. No, I totally screwed up. I showed up at the restaurant and I was waiting for a really long time, and I kept calling him and texting him until finally got a response, and he wrote me back saying that we actually had planned a date the following night.
Shut up.
So he screwed up your schedule and showed up to the restaurant a day early.
Where are you,
That's true.
You should have kept blaming it on him and been like, no, I'm pretty sure it was tonight.
I can't imagine the emotions you were going through, though.
Yeah, after 30 minutes, I was pretty upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like hating this guy so much. And then you realize it's your own fault. Did you say anything rude to him when you texted him?
You know, when I didn't hear from him, I kind of just wrote, like, dude, are you showing up or not? Because I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not too bad. And so did you make it the next night?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Good.
Everybody showed up the next night. Awesome.
As planned.
And it was a little weird when I showed up the second night in the row because all of the servers and the hostess remembered me.
Right.
Back.
Yeah, it was awkward because the night before I kept checking in with everyone wondering if they had seen this guy or if he was there.
Like, have his picture like a police officer that shows up trying to track somebody down. Like, have you seen this man before in here ever?
Exactly.
So, wait, how did you deal with that, though? I mean, were you able to laugh, or was it just weird?
I mean, it was a little awkward, but I had to laugh it off. I had no other choice.
Okay. And was he cool with it?
Yeah, he made fun of me.
Okay.
Yeah, as he should. As he should.
Right.
So how was the actual date?
The actual date, I thought, went well. We had a lot of things in common, listened to the same music. A lot of our hobbies are the same. Conversation was good, but I haven't heard from him since.
So when you were leaving the date, what was your thought? Like that you were for sure going to see him again?
I don't know. You know, to be honest, just dating is terrible, and people ghost, and you don't know what happens to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it went really well, and we had a lot of chemistry, but I don't know if he feels the same way because he's not calling me back.
Yeah. Or you've had plans with him for a while now, but you're not very good with your schedule, so you got it all screwed up.
Yeah, he's waiting.
Yeah, he's been waiting on your call.
Yeah, maybe that too.
Oh my God. Did you guys kiss or anything?
No, I wanted to kiss him to see if we had a deeper connection, but
we just kind of hugged and said it was really nice to meet each other and thank you for a nice evening.
Okay. And no plans to go out again? Like you guys didn't say, we should totally go out again?
No, I didn't make any plans. I was kind of hoping that he would be the one to call me and plan another date. But I don't know, maybe he thought I was going to screw that one up too and then show up twice. So.
Yeah, he's just like, screw it. Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, we're going to do it next.
Okay.
Like after the song. Like, don't go anywhere. Don't show up somewhere else, okay?
I promise.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hey, Amanda, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, you know, at the end of the first part of the second date update, you made the comment that dating sucks.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Yeah. That's why I'm thinking when we call this guy and find out if he'll go on another date with you or not, if he says yes, just skip everything, get married right away. What? That way you don't have to worry about dating anymore.
Great idea.
And then if he says no, just the next guy you go on a date with, just meet him at the courthouse, get married.
Mm-hmm.
Just stop with the dating, you know?
Okay, great.
All right.
It's like arranging your own wedding.
Yeah, great idea. I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, cool. If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Amanda is on the phone. She wants to call a dude named Jacob. They went out to eat dinner together. The problem at the beginning of the whole thing was that Amanda showed up on the wrong day to the restaurant and then blamed him for standing her up. But they worked it out. They ended up going there the next day to eat dinner. She says they had a great time, but now he's not getting back to her and she doesn't know why.
I'm just worried that this is going to go poorly and you're just going to give up on dating altogether. Like, could this be the last straw for you?
You know, I don't know. I've had such bad luck in the past that I might as well know the truth.
Marriage. If you give up on dating, just get married, Amanda. That's the way it works.
Yeah, because marriage is so much easier than dating.
Super easy.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, I'm going to dial his phone number right now, see if we can get him on the phone. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Jacob?
This is Jacob.
Hey, Jacob, how are you? My name is Jubal from a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay. Can I help you with something? Or?
No, just calling for no reason, just to talk.
All right. I'm a little confused here. Do you need a donation or something? Or
we do need that.
Maybe
That's
at some
actually
point.
true.
No, I'm calling you because we got an email from one of our listeners, and it was about you.
About me?
Yeah.
How so?
Well, her name is Amanda, and you guys went out to dinner the other day.
Yes, we did.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
And she showed up to the restaurant on the wrong day and then started to blame you for it. You remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
Okay. Well, Amanda told us a little bit about your date when you guys actually did go out, and now she's wondering why you won't call her back.
Really?
Yep.
So she contacted you and told you all about our date?
Yes.
It sounded like a lovely date from what she described.
Well, if I'm being 100% honest, this is a huge surprise to me because she did not seem very interested in me.
Really? She told us the opposite. She said that she was really interested in you, but she thought that you weren't feeling it.
Really?
Really?
Okay.
I mean, why would she
I,
try to contact you for another date if she wasn't interested?
Well, this whole thing is news to me. I did not know that, and that was not the impression I got.
Okay.
That's to be sure. Yeah.
Wait, you haven't gotten like a text message or a voicemail or something from her?
I think I got a text message from her, but based on kind of how things went, it sort of seemed more like a courtesy, you know, hey, thanks, that was great, like, but not like she was really serious about wanting to see me again, especially after what, you know.
Well, this could be one of the easiest second date updates we've ever done then.
Yeah.
Guys, we should just hook you up right now then, obviously, because you guys both like each other and didn't know it.
Well, I'm not sure that I actually really want to go out again, to be honest.
What was she doing that made you think she wasn't interested?
Well, the first sign I got was when the waiter came to the table to take our drink orders. He walked away and she said, wow, that guy's jawline looks just like my ex's.
Oh.
And I kind of was like, did she just say that? Like, and then she just launched into it. In the date, she was just talking about her ex and kind of going on and on in this way that made me feel like, I mean, it was actually kind of sweet. It just seemed like she was
still kind of hung up on him, and like she seemed like a good person, but I was just honestly not over him.
Yeah, when you're making comments about the waiter's jawline being similar to your ex, it sounds to me like that's all she's thinking about.
Yeah, well, not only that, she kind of said, like, we were working a lot. He was going to night school, and then he had to move for a job, and it wasn't anything bad that happened, but he moved, and so, I think they still have a cat together, or he has the cat or something.
Oh, my gosh.
wow.
She went into great detail about her ex.
Oh, I learned it all. Yeah, I learned it all. And
It's almost like you're on a date with that dude.
yeah, I might as well been. He might as well just pulled right up.
Were you asking her questions about it, or was she just...
I didn't ask her anything about the ex. That's for sure. I wouldn't, wouldn't have been my style.
Okay.
And, I don't know, I guess I kind of left the date thinking this girl's really not that into me, and she's got some history that she's not cleared up with. So I went home, and I guess when I was home, I was thinking about it some more, and so I checked out this guy, her ex, on Facebook just because I was curious. And
Well, yeah, you've heard so much about him.
Oh,
Why
my
not?
God.
It's like you're pulling up a celebrity's Facebook page.
You Facebook stalked her ex?
I know. Even when I was doing it, I was like, "This is beyond." But I was curious. I feel like I should have just friended the guy. I knew enough about him. He seemed like a nice guy, but good-looking guy. But nothing really special. I thought it wasn't like. He certainly didn't do it for me. So.
Okay, so you didn't
find him hot?
You didn't friend request him then, huh?
Slightly.
Yeah, good enough looking guy, but.
But you're just not really what you need.
Yeah.
All right.
I believe that we've gone from talking about your date to analyzing the looks of her ex on Facebook.
He's like, I don't get it.
Yeah, it was a strange night, and it just kind of happened, and was ready to move on.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we're not really ready to move on yet. Neither is Amanda, because she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
She's on the phone.
Yes. She's on the phone and she wants to talk to you.
Hi.
Hey, Amanda. How's it going? Wow. Okay.
So you looked up my ex, huh?
Yeah, I guess I did. I did.
Uh-oh.
Guilty.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually resisted, really been trying to avoid it. And I don't know, he had a picture of him fishing. Is that still what he's doing?
What are you doing?
I just,
Yeah. I don't really remember what the picture was. But do you hear yourself right now? I can does anyone else?
Yeah,
we
we're
do.
on board
We're
with
just,
you, Jacob.
just
We're
letting
on
you have
board.
the conversation. So
what do you mean?
You honestly don't hear what you're doing?
Yeah, no, I'm interested because I just want to know what he's up to. Like, does he have a status update? What is he up to?
Amanda, you're clearly not over this guy.
No, I am. I'm totally over him. I've been with him for a really long time, and I'm just curious to what he's doing.
His profile picture had another girl in it, but I don't know if it was that sister
what?
or.
What? Did she have brown hair with blonde highlights in the front?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
Amanda, it doesn't matter. It's your ex. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does matter. I want to know because I want to know if it's his sister or if it's the girl he was dating before me.
Oh my gosh, Amanda.
Yeah, listen, I'm sorry. I should not have brought that up. But.
No, I don't think you should have.
Oh, man.
Amanda, you do not need to be dating right now.
Yeah, look, you're not in charge of my life. I thought dating would be a really good thing for me. So, I dated this guy, and now I'm not, and I'm trying to find someone new.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're still focusing quite a bit on the old dude, Amanda.
Yeah,
That's what we're trying to say.
It's not fair to you, to the new dude. It's not really fair to anybody until you heal whatever's going on there.
If you were dating someone for over a year and then you found out that some other girl was in his profile picture on Facebook, then you would be really upset too and probably want to know who it is.
Okay.
I agree with you completely,
Yeah,
Amanda.
but
I'm on your side, 100%.
Probably not when you have your date on the phone too. I don't know. Maybe if you were talking to your best girlfriend.
Look, I'm just curious and I want to know. So Jacob
could you please tell me more about what you saw on his Facebook profile?
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's a hard no, Amanda. And
You know what? I have a better idea. Jacob, how about this? Would you like to go on a second date with Amanda? We will pay for it, and then you guys can talk all about it.
you know what? As fun as that sounds, I'm going to decline.
No?
Thank you
Come on.
very much.
Dude, you guys could gossip about the whole thing the whole time.
Yeah.
No, Jacob, you owe me for this. Okay, I know that everyone is laughing about this right now, but you were the one who looked, and I think that you owe it to me to tell me what you found.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. Okay. So why don't you just do yourself a favor and look at his Facebook profile, or are you blocked or something? It sounds like
Might be. Yeah, why aren't you on there, Amanda?
Good point.
I don't want to talk about that. I'm just curious about what you know.
Okay. Well, Amanda, how about this? How about this? How about you just set up like a dummy account and then try to follow him?
No.
That's what most sane people do.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate your lame advice. Thank you, but no thank you. Jacob, when we hang up on this radio station, I am going to contact you, and I am going to expect that you give me some answers about what you found.
Oh, my God.
You opened the floodgate.
Oh, you need some good girlfriends right now, Amanda.
Shut up and stop telling me what to do.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Amanda, it's your life. Live it the way you see fit. And I guess you'll be reaching out to Jacob because there's nothing we can do about that yet.
Yeah, I will be reaching out to him, and he better answer the phone, Jacob.
All right.
I'm scared.
That really makes me eager. I love a good threat.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you.
Amanda, looks like no second date for you. Hopefully you can get the information that you want, though. And I guess we did find out that dating really does suck after all.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay, everybody texting in at 78592 right now, calling the girl from today's second date update crazy needs to stop.
Yeah.
Not because we disagree, just it's really full of people just saying she's crazy, and I'd like to read some different texts. I'm talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Amanda wanted to call this dude named Jacob. When we got him on the phone, we found out the reason he wasn't calling her back was because she seemed pretty obsessed with her ex.
Yeah.
And through the second date update, she still seemed pretty obsessed with her ex because he said that after the date, he pulled up the dude's Facebook page just to see who he was because he heard so much about him on the date. And she started asking tons of questions because it sounds like she's blocked from seeing any of his content online.
I feel bad for her, though. I mean, everybody's been in a situation where they pine after some ex. It hurts, man.
Yeah, and it
hurts.
goes through everyone's head. I just don't think a lot of people actually go through with that kind of
I
stuff.
know,
You know
and
what I
she
mean?
talked about it too much. She doesn't have any self-control.
There it is,
part of the
yes.
issue. And
Yeah.
maybe some self-esteem issues on top. I mean, there's a lot of things going on. I get that, but
Her ex sounds amazing, though.
Yeah.
And I want to learn more about him. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who isn't calling you back.
Move at 92.5.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
A guy named Roger is on the phone today to do a second date update. And Roger, after reading your email, I've decided that if you don't get a date with the girl that you want to call today, I will gladly volunteer my services and go on a date with you.
Oh.
Because you sound, look, I'm taken, I have a girlfriend, but you sound like the kind of guy that I could spend a weekend with.
Dang.
Wow.
Definitely.
Well, I'll keep that in mind, but I don't know if you're my type.
Well,
you're a smart
see.
man,
We'll
Roger.
see.
You're a smart man.
I've changed a lot of people's opinions about me over my time on this planet, Roger. Maybe you and I can.
Maybe
Anyway,
if you could give me some concert tickets, I don't know.
let's get into your date, though. Tell us about the girl that you want to call today.
Well, her name's Monica. I met her a couple weeks ago. I was out at a cocktail bar with one of my friends, and we were drinking, and he had to leave early.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw that the cocktail waitress, she was smoking hot. So, I decided to stay for a little bit, have a couple of drinks, over tip, get her attention.
Yeah, because I'm sure she never gets that ever as a hot cocktail waitress.
You never know. Well, we started having like the best conversation ever. We started talking about sitcoms that we wish would come back on television.
Oh, that's a good icebreaker.
Yeah,
It was amazing. I hope they remake Golden Girls because that was like one of my favorite shows.
I'd love to see a remake of Golden Girls.
Yes, Blanche was so hot.
All right, do we need to do the second date update, or can we just have this conversation now?
No, we'll stay focused.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, you're going to have a hard time doing that, Roger, but
Way
good
to
luck.
be boring, Roger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, we had like a great time. It was an amazing conversation. We actually closed down the place. Like I stayed with it to closing. Yeah.
Well, okay, so how long did you stay? Because I've been in the situation where you're having drinks with a friend, they leave, and then you hang out at the bar for a little while, make friends with the staff. But there gets to be a point where it's an okay amount of time for you to be there by yourself, and then there's a point where you've been there way too long, and now you're the creepy dude.
No, it was only like 2 hours. I wasn't there till the sun rose or anything like that. It was just 2 hours.
And was this your date, or did you ask her out on a real date after this?
Well, we just met. Like, this was open and gamut. But, the conversation was going well. We were joking around. So I asked her out on a real date.
Okay. And what'd you guys do for your date?
We didn't get to go out on a date. She wouldn't go on that date with me.
Why? Was she busy or something?
She didn't feel comfortable with the date suggestion I came up with. I suggested somewhat of an extravagant date.
Like what, like a helicopter ride?
No. I had a little bit to drink, so I probably shouldn't have asked this, but I asked her to take a trip with me to the Mediterranean.
What? Wait, did you just say Mediterranean for a first date?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God.
And that's why I was saying that if you can't go out with her on a second date, I will gladly go to the Mediterranean with you.
Gold digger.
There's no shame in my game.
There's no shame in mine either. That's why I asked. You never know until you ask.
So wait, did you already have a trip planned and you were going solo and you needed a partner, or were you just going to go buy tickets on a whim for both of you?
Tickets on the whim, It's nothing like spontaneity.
Wow. And did she say no to that, or did she think about it?
At first she thought I was joking, but I was serious.
So if she would have said yes, you would have literally bought tickets to the Mediterranean and taken her on vacation with you.
Absolutely. We'll be on the beach in Malta right now.
So you honestly think it's a good idea for a woman who just met a stranger at a bar to agree to go halfway across the world alone with him?
I don't see a problem in it.
No. Well,
what should I do? Take her on the first date and invite her out for beers? Every guy does that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's definitely a way to set yourself apart. Yeah. So she obviously said no to that.
Yeah, she said no.
Yeah,
she said no, and I haven't heard or spoken to her since. She hasn't returned my texts or my voicemails or anything.
Oh, weird.
I would be totally freaked out by you.
Yeah, but not like ghost him.
Yeah, you're moving way too fast, way too quick. If we're talking Mediterranean the first time we meet, it's going to be marriage and babies by the third date.
I just believe life is to be lived. I have some family members that left me pretty well off.
Oh.
And, I want to enjoy it with someone. I don't see the problem in it.
Okay.
Well, I've never dated a rich man, so maybe that's the problem.
I never said rich. I'm way past that.
Wow.
Again, man, you're just making yourself just more appealing to me. You got to stop this, Roger.
There's rich and then there's wealthy.
Oh, my God.
So you've tried to call her a bunch and she hasn't returned any of your phone calls at all?
Yeah, and text, nothing.
And the only reason you can think of is because you probably scared her off by offering her a trip to the Mediterranean right when you met her.
I think it's too much. Everybody loves rainbows, right? But when they see the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, they get scared.
I'm guessing you, being the wealthy man that you are, don't get turned down very often.
Absolutely not. But this girl was different, and I want to spoil her and take care of her, and I just need the opportunity.
Okay. Well, we'll give you that opportunity. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
If we don't go on the trip, I'm buying a radio station.
Congratulations. I would love to work for you. Wow. Absolutely. All right, hang on the phone, man.
Okay.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update. And if you're just tuning in, Roger is on the phone. And today he wants to call a girl named Monica. He was actually out at a bar having drinks with a friend. Then his friend left and he hung out for a little while. Got to know the cocktail waitress. That's Monica. And he thinks he's not getting a call back because at the end of the night before he left, he got her phone number. And then he offered her a trip to beautiful Mediterranean, where you'll be whisked away from your job as a cocktail waitress and get to spend a week getting to know Roger.
Hello.
Roger's a mild-mannered guy who likes old TV sitcoms, loves himself some Golden Girls, and some Mai Tais in the Mediterranean. All right, Roger, are you ready to go with your second date update?
Yes, let's get my girl.
Now, Roger, you say you're really wealthy.
Yes, actually more than that, but I'm trying to play it down for you guys.
More than wealthy? What?
Thanks.
What is more?
Do you think that maybe a woman doesn't want to have a sugar daddy? Like, because that's what it sounds like you're trying to be to her, to me.
No, I'm not looking to be a sugar daddy. I just want someone that I could spoil and take care of and show a good time. That's it.
Okay.
And I feel like that was her. I really, really liked her. You know, money thing aside, I really liked her a lot.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll dial her phone number right now and see if we can get her on the phone and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. By the way, second date update costs $115,000.
Oh, I don't have any cash on me.
Oh, convenient, Roger. Real convenient.
Take checks. You can wire it.
Hello,
Hi, is Monica there?
this is Monica.
Hey, Monica, how are you? My name is Jubal, and I host a radio show called Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Are you okay? What can I help you with?
Well, I wanted to call you today because I actually got an email about you from one of our listeners.
You probably have the wrong number.
Are you a cocktail waitress?
Yes.
Okay. Did you meet a guy the other night at the bar who offered you a trip to the Mediterranean?
Is this a joke?
No, it's not. That's very specific stuff, and that's the Monica that I'm
very
looking.
specific. That's why I'm a little freaked out. So, how do you know all this?
Well, I know all that because we actually talked to that dude.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
That statement didn't make it more normal.
Yeah. Okay. And there's a lot of people there, so I don't understand what's. Pardon me. I don't know. This seems like this is very strange.
We do. I'll explain. We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update.
Okay.
It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then don't call them after, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what happened.
Oh, it's fabulous. Okay.
Now, you didn't technically go out on a date with this guy. His name's Roger. Did you know that?
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Okay, you didn't technically go on a date with him, but he told us about how he met you that evening when you were working, and he really liked you, and he thinks he kind of screwed it up at the end because he offered to take you to the Mediterranean right after you guys met.
That is true. So he called you guys?
Yes, he emailed us actually to see if that's the reason you didn't like him.
And you don't think that's weird?
Oh my God, I told him that it was totally crazy and that I would never recommend any single woman going overseas with a man that they don't know.
Yeah, and also it's crazy to call a radio station to call me or email a radio station to call me. That's weird too.
Well,
That part's
we've been
weird,
doing
but-
this segment for a while now. I know it's kind of weird to get a call out of the blue from a radio station, but he really liked you, though.
Did you actually like him when you were talking to him before the whole Mediterranean thing?
I mean, we got along great. He was very handsome and, very nice. But, I mean, it's a bar. I'm working, and you meet a lot of nice people that say outlandish things. When he said Mediterranean, I thought, falafels, but he actually meant the Mediterranean.
Here, what did you think when he brought that up after he met you? Did you think that he was joking?
Of course. I mean, I think he probably asked everybody to go to the Mediterranean. It just seemed weird.
According to him, he doesn't ask everybody to go to the Mediterranean. It was just you he wanted to take there.
Yeah, you guys believe him too? Of course he would say that to you.
I don't know him more than you do, but he sounded sincere to me.
He cannot be serious. I mean, he just met me. It's a very expensive trip.
Well, Monica, I know how to tell if he is serious because he's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Roger?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Hi, Monica. How are you?
I'm shocked.
I'm sorry for the shock. I know it might be a bit much for you, and I do apologize. Maybe I shouldn't have said the Mediterranean. Maybe I should have said Miami or the Caribbean or someplace like that, someplace closer.
I don't think that was the problem.
No, that was weird to even invite me on a trip at all. You should have said just like dinner.
Okay, we could do dinner. We could just go to the Mediterranean, have dinner, and come back. All right, I apologize. Am I coming on too strong again? Just tell me what I need to do.
I mean, that just seemed so crazy to me. It just seemed like, I don't know, dangerous.
That's the word I would have used too, Monica.
Dangerous in what way? Do tell.
Go with somebody I just met to the Mediterranean. I mean,
What's dangerous about that?
that doesn't seem odd to you.
Listen, I apologize. I know you don't know me that well, but I'm a man of means, and that's just something that's normal for me to do. Take a trip, go here, go there. No big thing. But I think you're a very special girl, and I want to show you that.
Wow. I appreciate that, and I mean I'm not in any position to just take off, and I'm happy for you that you can do that. It just seems.
Listen, if there's a problem about taking off from work, I could buy the restaurant and give you all the days off you need.
Oh my God. That sounds crazy. Doesn't that sound crazy?
Yes, but there's part of me that wants to tell you, go, and there's another part of me that wants to say, Roger, you can't just buy women. That's not how it works.
I'm not trying to buy love. I'm trying to buy a restaurant. Two totally different things.
Monica, you got to give it to Roger. He's at least funny.
He's very funny. That's why we talked so long that night.
All right, well, I propose a compromise. Let's go out on a date.
I would, but you seem very extreme. And
Wait, hold on. You haven't heard my whole entire offer. We won't fly or go anywhere. 1. And 2, if you like the date or not, or we'll see each other again afterwards or not, I'll give you a car. Any car you want.
What? Oh my God.
No way!
What?
No, Roger.
Yeah, and if you think it's a joke, I'll put the car in your name.
Oh my God!
Do
no
not
way.
You can't take that. She'd feel forever indebted to you. That's not a way to start a healthy relationship.
Well, what's a good way to start a healthy relationship? Get drunk and hook up in the back of a car?
There's other options.
Listen, I'll show up to the date in your new car with a ribbon and bow around it, and if you don't like me, I'll have my chauffeur pick me up and take me home.
Oh my God!
That is quite the offer.
There is no way you're serious right now.
I'm totally serious. I'll send the deed to the radio station. They can see that it's in your name, and I'll send the title of me to the radio station. They can verify it. And if you like or don't like me, the car is yours, no matter what.
So you're offering her a car for a date?
Not just a car, any car she wants.
Oh my God!
Man.
Get a
Okay.
Bentley. I'm excited.
I don't even know what to say. I mean,
Well, you should say yes. That's what I think. But Monica, would you go on a second date with Roger? We'll pay for dinner.
We don't need to.
It sounds so lame now, but Roger's offering you a car if you'll go out with him.
I don't know. This is the craziest thing that has ever happened to me.
Exactly. So you might as well jump on this front train. It gets better and better. This is just the start.
Yeah. So,
I don't. What are you going to buy her next? A private jet? What?
Listen, make your next move your best move.
what do you think, Monica?
He is offering me a car, any car that I want, just to go on one date with him.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Okay, Monica, it's one date.
I don't know.
One date and a new car.
And not only a new car, I'll fill up the gas tank.
And that's really expensive.
I think you're going down a slippery slope if you do it. If you say yes, it sounds so good, but I don't think so.
A slippery slope made of money, baby. Come on. Stop trying to throw a monkey wrench in everything.
Oh my gosh. What do I do?
I don't know. You have to decide for yourself.
I think curiosity has gotten the best of me. I'm going to say yes.
Yes. Successful second date. Congratulations, Roger.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and Monica, even more congratulations to you. We don't get a lot of people saying yes to the second dates because they're usually weird. I guess what it takes is somebody getting a car in order to make it happen.
Just got to make an offer they don't refuse.
Yeah.
I am freaking out right now that this is actually happening.
Well, will you guys keep us updated on what happens, please?
Okay.
And will you send us pictures of your new car?
Yeah, I want to ride.
Oh my gosh. We'll see.
All right. Well, hey, Roger, before we go, I do have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you need any friends?
You're so thirsty.
You guys are my friends now.
Okay.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
All right, you just heard one of the craziest second date updates we have ever had, and now it's time to get an update from that couple to find out how they're doing now. I think, first of all, we just have to go right to Monica and say, Monica, did you really get a car, and what kind of car was it?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I did.
What?
what? It really happened. I'm sorry. Just the idea, I'm still freaking out over that.
Oh, yeah.
Of course it really happened. Are you kidding me? I keep my promise.
What kind of car did you get?
Well, he kept saying, whatever you want, whatever you want. Like, I really wanted, like, a Land Rover or a Tesla.
Yeah.
But I thought, oh, I'm going to get a Toyota Camry. That's more reasonable, and I didn't want to take advantage.
Okay,
Right.
and is it a new car or a used car?
Brand new. No, brand new.
That's still awesome.
Never
yeah,
owned
and
a-
if things don't work out, you can always drive Uber with it.
Yeah.
It works on a couple levels. So did he get you a Camry?
Yep. So he picks me up for our date, and he's in the brand new Camry.
Oh my God! What was going through your mind?
I was shocked, and I was excited, of course, but I was shocked. I thought, wow, he's really a man of his word, you know?
And the license plate. The license plate said fresh and had the dice in the mirror.
Oh, shut up!
Did
Don't
not.
even. So what did you guys end up doing?
Well, he drove me to this pizzeria. We both love pepperoni pizza.
Not just any pizzeria, though. It's one of my favorite pizzerias in town. So I decided I'll rent it out for the day.
What?
So that it'll just be her and I there. Yeah.
Wait, you couldn't just take her to a pizza place. You had to rent the whole pizza place out.
Yeah, I don't want other people interfering on our first date.
Okay.
Oh, that is so cool.
And I get the feeling that you guys are definitely still together because only rich people actually call it a pizzeria.
Yeah,
like the whole word.
The chef cooked just for us. The whole place was empty. It was just us. They had nice music going, and the ambiance was fabulous. It was very classy.
Okay, so obviously you were a little smitten on the date.
A little bit.
Yeah, of course you was smitten. It's not any kind of pizzeria. It's not the kind of pizza you eat with your hands. We actually use a knife and fork.
Okay, now I'm starting to not like you.
No, but we had a really good time. But then next day, I got a call from the car lot asking how they wanted to make arrangements for payments.
What?
Wait.
Oh, are you serious?
Whoa, wait.
Yeah.
So now you're like, okay, it was too good to be true.
Dude.
This guy just leased a car in my name, and now I have to ante up for all of it.
Yeah.
I was so mad. So I took the car back to the car lot, and I was like, I did not sign anything. This is ridiculous, and left it there.
So you don't have it anymore?
So that's it? So you just returned the car and you guys...
No. See, what had happened was the car people messed up. They were supposed to contact me for the payments. I don't know why they contacted her. And, it's a big misunderstanding, but then she rushed and took the car back, which is like, wow.
Wait, so the car is returned. Nobody has the car anymore, though.
No, the Camry is gone. She returned it too soon. And
Oh, yeah, of course. Now you're saying the payments were supposed to come to me after the car got returned. I see how you're rolling.
Sketchy.
Yeah, I made up for it, though, because I was so upset that we had to return the Camry. I just went out and got her a brand new BMW.
What?
Oh, God,
no
really?
way.
Well, I was so
You
pissed
did.
off at the Camry people, it just made me upset. So I said, whatever. I picked up one day, took her to get a BMW, paid all cash for it. That way we won't have this problem again.
So
That is so baller.
you are now driving a BMW that the repo man is not going to come get.
Yep.
That's so cool.
All right. And have you guys continued any romantic relationship or are you just buying cars?
We went out on, I would say, 5 more dates. And now, finally, we're finally going to take our Mediterranean trip.
Really?
Up.
Yes, the summer.
Okay. But be honest, do you actually like him?
Bro,
I just want to know because all we keep talking about is free cars and restaurants that are rented out and Mediterranean trips.
Yes, of course. I mean, he's handsome. He's funny. We have good chemistry. He's very romantic. I like him.
Okay. And he has some substance to him, too?
Wow. You take a lot of convincing. I mean, a car and a rented pizzeria isn't enough.
It just all sounds too good to be true.
I think you know how you convince her.
Get her a car.
Yep. That's exactly. Get her a car, and I'm sure she'll be very happy.
Yeah, but if I get her a car, the people are going to call her to set up payments afterwards.
Congratulations, you guys. I'm glad things have worked out for you.
I need to start following you guys on Instagram or something because I think that you have a life I'm jealous of. I'm not quite sure yet.
Well, it's Roger and Monica, BMW at Instagram.
Yeah, right.
Moving 92.5.